We're in.
We're rolling.
We're in.
Rolling.
We're good. There's a ton of stuff going on right now.
so much going
There's a ton.
We done boys?
We'll
I
get to
wanted
that.
the
We'll get to
reaction.
that.
I wanted the reaction.
Simmer
I
on
don't know
it.
what we're
Simmer on
talking
it.
about. It. Des dropped it. So
Listen.
that's what I was referring to.
It's a hot take, hot news coming at us. I guess we should just start with NFL news before we. I mean, why not, right?
Why not? There's not like a lot of big news though.
I guess we're just gonna kind of.
Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 8.
It's 8 already?
It's 8. It's 8.
God, time flies when you're making an okay podcast.
Hey,
it's good. I swear.
We got to start somewhere, right?
Already at okay.
We got to start. Dude, yeah. So we'll just roll through because I know this is kind of somewhat old news, give or take, up until our last point. So first one, Trey Hendrickson reworked his deal, $14 million added.
A little bit of raise, a little bump.
Making $30 million this season.
For a 30-year-old, that's pretty good.
Good for him. It's good for him.
Good hustle.
Yep.
No kidding. Terry McLaurin got signed, 3-year extension, $96 million.
Yep.
You're supposed to be traded.
Robert, what happened? What happened, Robert?
He's cheap.
Yeah. Well, let's not get started on old men who are cheap, all right?
Well, he pays his massage therapist a lot.
Yeah,
That's true. That is, I shouldn't say it's true because I don't know what he actually pays, but it makes sense.
Allegedly.
He doesn't allegedly pay a whole lot. We'll put it that way.
Yep.
One that we talked about a little bit over the weekend when we were doing some fantasy drafts, Jacoby Myers of the Raiders requested a trade there, so we'll see what happens. I think like I shouldn't say the rest of them, but majority of them, he does not get moved. So that checks out. And then we got a little bit of Minnesota news. Depending on who you are.
Minnesota! I'll always say it. I'm not doing that,
That's fine. You don't have to. So, to start it off, Minnesota in the draft traded for Sam Howell as a backup quarterback. We said, you know what? We gave him to Philly for a fifth or sixth round pick. But then we turned around and added Carson Wentz to be our backup quarterback. And you know what?
What about Thielen? You're missing the Thielen news.
That comes next. In the order of events.
Yeah. Let's just go with these big news items and then give a little sprinkle of Minnesota.
I have no reaction to quarterback stuff.
Listen, I mean, my bottom line is I think that's a good backup quarterback, someone who's got experience.
I don't even think it was the best backup quarterback that was acquired in the last couple days.
You're not wrong.
My bottom line.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
What are you talking about?
In this house, he's a hero.
He had never had the makings of a boss of the athlete.
He never did.
I'm so looking forward to getting
Z's.
the DeVito jersey, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
If I could pull off the rivalry jersey, which we'll talk about.
It's Karen's fake
I
ZD.
saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I-
We will talk about that one.
Oh, man.
There's no ZD? What? No ZD?
That's Karen's last CD.
I can't eat that. That's Karen's
come
last CD.
Come on. Anyway,
Sopranos.
So Tommy DeVito, but Adam Thielen is back in Minnesota. There was some rage bait in our group chat a little bit. All I was saying is I'm glad we got him back. I'm happy we got our wide receiver 3 for, I'll give it a break.
Under 500 receiving yards. Under 500.
Probably, and you know
Mine
what?
is
I'm
at
okay with it.
382.
I'm okay with it.
My original joke was 300, so
It's
we're pretty
close.
I mean, it's going to be cool to see.
He will, in all seriousness, should fill in a good role to replace Addison for the first couple games. And
and if
got
Addison...
your wide receiver 3 issue resolved.
Yeah.
You're talking about between Lucky... Stanky, whatever his name
Lucky
is.
Jackson.
Lucky Jackson.
Well, and also, it's a good prevention pick for when Addison inevitably relapses and goes driving drunk again.
At least it's not Rashi Rice, all right? So
That's yes. By the way, thank you, Roger
This is
Goodell.
true.
It finally happened.
Six games, yeah.
6 minimum,
Six.
minimum 6. Because that could change after he gets his hearing.
It's true.
Insanely rare Roger W. That might be the first of his career.
That guy knows football.
Which makes me think that there's
but
the whole fact that it is a W kind of makes me think like what is he covering up here? Like
That's a good point.
There's something else going on that we're not knowing here. I swear.
That's a great point.
Nothing is this universally like Roger made the right decision there.
Well, maybe it's because of the court cases we talked about last week between Gruden and Flores there,
He's connecting the dots. You're right. It's a cover up.
It's all a plan.
Fair enough.
No, yeah. So yeah, do you want to keep talking about the NFC North? I mean, if you would like to lead us into the next point there, Mr.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can do it. I'll pull out the Band-Aid for you.
I'm sorry, I'm hot. I gotta.
You two are affected by it.
I got it. I
You
got it.
got
I
it? You
got it.
locked
This
in?
is the perfect. Yes. Look
All
at me.
right,
Look
all
at me.
right.
Lock in. It's not even week 1, and the Bears season is over. Green Bay has picked up Micah Parsons. I want to.
Did you? Well, hold on. Did you just admit that the Chicago season is over?
It's so Jover.
It's
Chad.
over.
It's Jover.
It's over. It's over. It's always been over, okay? But now it's usually
Whoa.
week 3, week
What's
4. We know it's
happening
over.
right
Now
He
it's
had a
over.
persona to play. He had to hype it up before inevitably come back down to earth and realize Caleb Williams is not good.
No. Okay, that's just my guy. I'm going to stand on business here, right?
Yeah, you are.
Because it ain't clocking to you, Nate. He's the guy. He's the real deal. Micah Parsons is also kind of a guy, kind of a real deal, too. And now, I don't know what we're going to do at left tackle to, week 14 and week 16, but at least Dallas in week 3 is going to be an easy matchup for us. We got that, Yeah, no. So, what, 2 first rounds and
So they gave up Kenny
Dallas
Clark.
Clark? Kenny Clark,
Dallas
that's it.
Clark.
Dallas Clark.
That's hilarious.
He went to Dallas, whatever.
Yeah, but and 2 first-round picks.
Yeah,
So.
and they signed him to what? 100 and I think the number's like 186 or
So he got
188 4 years.
he got an $88 million extension.
136,
Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
believe,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
That's crazy.
I think it might be more than that though.
I think it might be less than.
No. It's 100% over 130.
Well, anyway,
million guaranteed.
so going to your point though, he is
44
now
million a year.
the highest
47.
non-paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that because listen, I get it. I know Micah Parsons when he's on the field is
I
effective.
hate it.
But I mean, I could think of at least 3 players who I think
Why would you do this?
do what?
Don't. Oh, dude, get. I don't need to look at that. You got him
Yeah,
staring right at me in the face. That was intentional.
I can swap him out if you want
That's
to take a break.
intentional.
I'm looking at him too, guy.
That's intentional. I know what you're doing.
Is it?
You lined him up to stare me down.
It does
I had it
affect
like this
branding
last week.
Too, to be fair.
I
This
had it
is
like
true.
This last
It
week.
affects branding too. So.
All right, fine.
We're about
fine.
to get into some hot
Fine,
comments. I got to
fine.
take this off because I'm sweating my nuts
We'll
off
go, we'll
right
go
now.
side and
My balls was
I
hot.
can't. I just can't.
Shout out to our last
Yeah.
episode,
Let's
by the
go.
way. If you didn't watch
Oh,
it,
he's got the bobby
I was
cats. I
wondering.
knew he had
I
that
was
jacket on
wondering.
for something.
go look. Shout out losers bracket. We're coming in. We're coming in. Honor top 4 in our opinion.
It's currently about 80 degrees in Chicago, and
Yeah,
you're
I'm
wearing a
sweating.
jacket.
I'm
I can tell.
sweating.
Your face is a little red.
Is it? Well, I had a little blemish on my nose that I can't get rid of.
No,
but-
it has nothing to. It looks like
hey.
you're hot.
I
balls
respect it
is
for the
hot.
bit. I respect
Thanks.
it for the bit.
Hey, as a bit guy myself, kudos.
W.
Appreciate you.
W in the
I knew
chat.
there was
So-
something up
W
with
in
the
the chat.
jacket.
Yeah, dude. Well,
a good jersey.
I got to get gas after this
it's
too, so
sweet.
it might get a little chilly. But I mean, yeah, no, I wore it in. I even made sure because this one, with it being like a little rain jacket, I pulled the sides tight so it wouldn't slip out on me.
Smart.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Elaborate. Good news.
We could talk about that because I mean, what so you're already saying Chicago season's over.
You listen. In all fairness, Chicago still has a season. I am excited as hell for it. I do think that it'll be a good season offensively, but like it's just so frustrating because the Bears need that help on defense. Like they have 0 defensive line, and for once I thought, okay, they're gonna make, not for once because I guess it happened already with Khalil Mack. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's like for once I'm thinking, all right, they're gonna actually make a splash. Did I want them to leverage the future of the franchise? No. It keeps that like safety net out
Wait.
there where just in case something goes wrong and Caleb might not be the guy. I didn't say that, but you guys thought it.
It came out of your mouth though.
No, but you guys thought it, so that's why I had to say it there. At any rate, I didn't say it. You guys just thought it. That was you guys thinking out loud. At any rate, it's a safety net where we're not blowing through our first 2, or I guess the next 2 years first round draft picks. But with that, it is so frustrating that it had to be the Packers.
And
I
for
wish
that-
anybody
and for
else.
that little, I would.
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
have commanded 3 first minimum
I-
for Micah's.
I wish it was something
abilities.
more. I really do. Kenny Clark, don't get me wrong, he's a stud, Pro Bowler, but I just, I wish they leveraged more of their future.
Death, taxes, and Dallas severely underselling their
Yeah.
superstar players.
Well,
To
I think this is a good point. Have you
different
guys
teams.
watched the Netflix documentary for?
I have not. I've
so
heard great
No.
things, though.
I've got a few episodes left, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but most of this should be kind of common knowledge for what I'm going to try to chop at here. So you knew what happened with Jimmy Johnson, right?
Oh yeah. He got like I don't know all the ins and outs of it,
that's
though.
okay. So for those who do know, and for those who don't, I'm sorry. I'm not spoiling much. It's history. It's been over 30 years. It is what it is.
You're
So
ruining history for me.
after the Cowboys won their second Super Bowl in, I think it was 94,
Yep.
93 or 94 there.
Yeah.
They were in Orlando, actually in Disney, for the owners meeting and going through everything. And they were toasting to Jerry Jones. And the only person who didn't put their glass up was Jimmy Johnson.
I did hear this.
And so the reporters are getting ready to leave after the thing. And Jerry grabs him by like the cuff of his pants and goes, "Don't you leave yet. You're about to miss the biggest report of the year." And of course, you're all like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "I'm about to fire that disloyal son of a bitch." And that kind of just leads to this. I mean, with how Micah was talking.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I get it. They're calling Jerry the gambler, but like.
But did you hear his quote though?
Go ahead.
I have it written down because I thought it was kind of funny as well. It's ironic, but not that ironic because it is Jerry Jones.
Okay.
He says, "No question, I could have signed him in April." Okay, first off, let's just analyze this line by line. Why didn't you? If you could have, why didn't you? Okay. He goes, "No question, I could have signed him in April. This was by design. I made him an offer, and I respect and honor his decision to do it in the way that he did it. With no agent. With no agent." Basically, what Jerry or with an agent, I should say. What Jerry is saying there is, we had a handshake agreement in place. He didn't respect it, and so if he doesn't want to deal with us and he wants to go with an agent, we don't want him on the Cowboys.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not 1965 anymore. I mean, I don't know what a handshake does. I mean, sure, it's the respect part of it, but
I don't shake after we sign and ink dries on a $180 million contract
Boomer
that
mentality.
you could have done in April.
now,
100%. I
mean,
I just thought that was so funny.
You can make the argument Jerry's going senile. I mean, but this is kind of the way he's ran
It's
the
not an
Cowboys
argument.
since
he
he's.
is senile.
Yeah, you can make an argument that the sun rises in the east, but
What? Two playoff wins in 25 years?
is-
Water's wet, I guess.
yeah.
I mean,
There's an argument to be had. Don't get me wrong. You won't find much.
It makes me wonder though, because we can sit here. I have some stats in front of me and talk about how good of a defender Micah Parsons is.
Great.
However, I mean, now just from a non-Dallas Cowboys perspective, what do you think was their biggest struggle defensively last year? Because I got a good one. It just kind of ready to spitball, but
Great question.
To be honest, I think it's probably coordinating, but that's
well, that's true. It was. I think last
don't know
year
if
I
that's the
believe
answer you're
was
looking
Mike
for.
Zimmer, but now of
Yeah.
course it's Eberflus. Who,
I know.
Goose.
I know. Notice how I called out Vikings. We got a lot of static here.
What the heck's going on there?
What is going on there?
Did I get knocked down here?
Get back up again.
I don't know what's going on, but
I'm going to look at this real quick. I think
somebody's going on. Probably me. At any rate.
No, it's something outside of recording.
Oh, you're right.
Weird. Oh well.
Is it your computer? It is your
Oh, it's
computer.
Oh, it is. That's
100%.
funny. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's okay.
I am
Keep going, then.
Nancy Drew. I have solved
Let's
the
go,
You got a
Nancy.
raging clue.
I got a raging clue.
So I mean,
But what is your take on it? Because
I think it was secondary.
I
think
would
it was
agree. I
secondary.
would agree.
And sure, Trayvon Diggs.
I was gonna say he was
wants
out.
another contract,
But he was out last
too.
year, yeah.
He was all of last season. I mean, listen, I'm not going to try to give Jerry credit, but I think if you have to make the decision, I think, in my opinion, you pay the secondary before you pay the linebacker. I mean,
Ooh, but
It's a generational player. That's
you're not wrong. You're
I
definitely
disagree.
not wrong.
I disagree.
And like, if Micah was 2 years older, I commend him for not paying him. He's 26 in his prime.
yeah.
You don't run to guys.
I also disagree too because I feel like your best option as a defense is to generate pressure. And from that,
100%.
it increases. Like I'm telling you, the secondary gets a massive boost when the quarterback has a second fewer to throw. You know what I mean?
Your secondary can be as good in the world, and if you're getting no pressure, someone's
Yeah,
getting
it's
open.
10 seconds to find an open receiver. It's
Right.
like, okay.
No doubt, though. I mean, this contract's massive. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's
47 a year.
It is the way the cookie crumbles, though.
You save up a little bit to spend in said secondary and find ways to improve next offseason. Just
Yeah.
you got to actually do it. Because this is 2 off seasons now that they didn't
Oh,
do jack
100%.
squad.
Yep.
To that
to
point,
improve
though,
their squad.
that's
So,
kind of the issue that Dallas themselves have created. You can call it Jerry World, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but they chose to pay Dak the money they paid him.
Dumb.
They turned around and paid CeeDee the money they paid him.
Not dumb.
Yep.
No, that's
Not dumb.
I agree. However, but now you've put yourself in a position with a salary cap where do you pay the rest of it to Micah and roll the dice for everybody else, or do you try to play a little bit of money ball and fill those positions with?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get what you're saying.
And that kind of brings me to like the ultimate silver lining of this all, which again, as a Bears fan, I take this one personally. Like I feel like he came to Chicago and just shivved us right in the stomach and twisted it. But the silver lining of this all is that you did lose, as the Packers, you did lose your premier interior defensive lineman, which I do think is the most undervalued position on that whole in the whole NFL, where it's like, okay, everybody wants to talk, edge rusher. It's like you disrupt from the interior of the defensive line. You disrupt from the interior of the defensive line because, like, you got to think, like, when a quarterback is dropping back, what do? They step up in the pocket. It's to avoid the... I know this very, very well because I'm a Bears fan, and I got to deal with it all the time.
It's what caused the butt fumble, allegedly.
Yeah.
Vince Wilfork, I'm just saying.
So that's where I firmly believe, like, you lose that interior threat, and you're also leveraging your future for the next 2 years, first rounders. So that's great. But this is the ultimate. You just locked up $47 million a year on a defensive edge. You also had, I believe last year, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys know a little bit more deeper into it, they had the youngest roster in all of the NFL on average.
Okay.
The Packers did. So my theory is that they're going to have to extend some of these rookies.
And they're going
to have to, a lot of them are going to have to walk in order to keep Micah.
Well, I guess Jordan already signed his extension.
He did, yeah.
He did.
But,
So they got like the core there, but again, it's like give it 3 years, and if they're not in the big one, I think that this is like, you can start to see the cracks in the foundation there now.
But that's the thing, though. Give it 3 years. Mike is on his last year.
Exactly.
So, I mean...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the window now. Like they have set their window officially.
And I mean, now, if I could tinfoil hat myself for a moment and try to either alleviate some of your feelings or add to them...
You're a Vikings fan. How do you not have similar feelings?
Now, listen.
They are the worst enemy of all of us in the division.
Dangerously confident.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Irrationally, some would say.
Here's the thing about it is I feel like if we're gonna report it, we gotta try to be unbiased about it.
You're right. First reported by us.
Well,
per the Ballboys.
Yeah,
you heard it
was
here.
Not Adam Schefter,
Noted. Ian Rappaport doesn't know nothing.
Assault. Fucking Ballboys. Let's go.
So I mean,
first.
I'm just trying to bring some. Am I happy about it? No, but like,
but you can also be upset for content.
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
Sure, but listen, let me foil up my hat again because it's kind of falling apart. So I tried to dig into it because for whatever reason the NFL doesn't have like advanced analytics like they do for baseball, like WAR or expected efficiencies, things like that.
Baseball's gone overboard, some would argue.
However, it's just harder to find.
Well, so PFF has some of these things.
One.
I was not going to pay the subscription 10 minutes before I got here.
That's the problem.
So, we
could. I mean,
we should.
I mean, I split it.
I mean,
anyway.
I'd love to have that login so many times. I'm trying to do a mock draft. Go on.
So anyway, listen. Now, let's do PFF before I get into my own digging here. Okay. So with the Micah Parsons, Kenny Clark, because I agree, Kenny Clark was probably that part for their defensive tackle. However, he did not have a good season last year. He only had 1 sack on the year.
You're right.
So now, just comparing it, Micah Parsons had a 91.6 pass rush grade, a 65.5 run defense grade. Okay, so Kenny Clark had a 63.1 pass rush and a 57.1 run defense. So an immediate upgrade, right?
Apples, oranges. Different positions,
You're right.
too, though.
You're right, though. So, I agree. However, let's kind of dig down into it. And the one thing I sat there and I thought about was, okay, well, let's think about it. He played, I think, 2 technical full seasons, if not 3, with Dallas, and then last year he played 13 games. And I sat there and I said, I want to know
a good amount of games, though.
You're not wrong. So my issue is I want to find something that is going to give me a little bit more hope or instill a little bit more confidence, right?
Confirmation bias.
You think
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
No. You might be on something. Go on with this stack. So I'm curious where this is going.
In the NFC North, you and I know this especially. When it becomes football season,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cold, there could be bad
Oh, yeah.
weather, and this division was arguably built on run game.
This is
right?
fair. This is
So
no, this
those
is
are the
fair.
things that we need to know. So knowing what I know about Jerry World in Dallas, they play a minimum of 8 games in a dome. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that impact him if he's not playing in a dome anymore? Because now he's going from playing a minimum of 8. Go ahead.
Counterpoint, half of the division is in domes.
2 games.
So, no, 4.
No.
No, 4.
No.
Detroit for 2.
But he's not in
Minnesota
Detroit for
for
2.
2.
It's in Detroit.
Oh,
and
you're
versus
right. You're
Detroit.
right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
He
So,
would only play
Fair
into-
enough.
yeah.
Fair
So-
enough.
6 less.
Now
You're really grasping at some straws here, though.
I'm going to do what I can.
Because
Yeah.
whenever people get in this whole Peyton Manning's the GOAT conversation, my first thing I go to is he played in the dome for his first
Until
several
he
years.
didn't.
Sure.
And then
Until he
looked
didn't. He
even better.
He
He looked objectively better
he
in
was
Denver
better
for the last few
stat
years.
wise, but the one Super Bowl he won, did not look great. He got carried by Von Miller. Objectively got carried by Von Miller.
Wasn't it 2 Super
didn't-
Bowls?
No, it's just,
Oh,
He went to 2. He only
went to
won
2.
two.
that was it,
Sorry,
that was
I meant to say he won the
That's
one.
right, that's
got
right, that's
carried.
right,
He
that's
did
right.
not get carried to that first one. He balled out obviously
Yes,
that year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
But-
think that was a record year,
But,
if I'm not mistaken.
yes, it was.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But he won the one.
I mean,
as
yeah.
a 55-year-old senile old geezer.
Yeah, he
So-
also averaged, 300 plus yards a game? He threw for 5,000 yards
No
that
doubt.
season.
So,
Took Welker away. He took
R.I.P.
Welker
Demarius, baby. R.I.P.
away. R.I.P.
88, baby. 88. And Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, he didn't die, but I'm just saying he was part of that.
But R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Go on with
So-
your theory here, though.
I'm letting you cook.
So, as his 4 years in the NFL, okay, 2021 to 2024, go ahead and crack your road soda.
It's a Pepsi.
Yeah, no, that's why I said a road soda. It's you drink Pepsi on the road. But anyway, so indoors in 2021, Micah Parsons, and these are the only stats I looked at. I wasn't trying to go super deep for it. He had 51 total tackles and 6.5 sacks indoors versus outdoors. He had 31 total tackles and 5.5 sacks, though the counterpoint for that is 3 forced fumbles. Okay, so we move down to 2022. He's got 36 total tackles indoors, 10 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Outdoors, 24 total tackles, 1.5 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries.
How many
Now-
games, though?
That's the question.
Yeah, you're leaving out a very key
'Cause
metric here
you
because
do-
if he's
you
playing...
do mention the fact that he played half of his games.
Yeah. I'll
pull it up.
indoors.
No, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I mean, but if he's playing...
If he's playing like 3 games outdoors.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, well, the
He
sample
probably
size
playing
is
close.
tiny.
It's probably close to split because there are not a lot of.
Yeah,
Dorm.
you got to think the division he's in too. It's like the other
Yeah, so he's
3
playing.
teams
Yeah, he's playing
are
outside for the other 3.
yeah.
And,
Here's like my take on it. And again, I think you can pull at a lot of stats to your point. Confirm your bias and confirm like what you want to see there. But it is hard to argue against one of 2 NFL players all time to start his first 4 seasons in the NFL with 12.5 or more sacks a season.
it's nasty.
It is like that to me. That's unprecedented consistency, even with his games missed last year. It is. Am I expecting there to be a regression at the start of this year? Absolutely, because he didn't go to training camp. You know what I mean? He was a holdout. He's not going to be as conditioned as some of the other players. He's not going to know the scheme as well. But edge rusher, I don't think is impacted as much as like a wide receiver, quarterback, tackle, like center,
Yeah,
all
you're
that.
just- you're trying to bring guys
get the
down.
quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to that extent, is he going to go and put up 10.5, 11, 12 sacks this year? It's hard to argue against it. Which, if 5 of those come against the Bears, so help me God. So help me God.
You
If
got
they,
Joe Tooney, lock it in.
that he's not going to be on the end. It's
No,
going to be freaking Braxton Jones against Micah Parsons.
I got faith in Braxton Jones.
Yeah, it's a Mack truck versus a Fiat, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You're gonna have to double team him. There's
I
just
know.
no way around it.
Here's again like the hope by week 14. Who knows what happens? Maybe he doesn't look like he has. Maybe he's battling nagging injuries. I don't know, but like all I know is it is a very frustrating move that like one of your division rivals and our biggest rival, bar none. I would argue the best rivalry in all of football, maybe all of sports.
Most historic for sure in
Yeah.
the NFL.
That's a good debate there. What's the best rivalry in all 4 major sports? And I do think the Bears-Packers need to be in the Mount Rushmore.
Used to be Red Sox-Yankees.
Yeah. It's not been since. But my point is, my point in all this is like if he went to any other division opponent here, I would be frustrated. But because of the Packers, it hits home extra hard. And because we needed that position, and we do still need a defensive line because we got nothing. Austin Booker's now on the IR, so he's going to miss the first 4 weeks, even though, he's a backup, third down pass rusher. But still, there goes some of the depth that we didn't have.
It's not the guy you need going down.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, again, I look at it like it's a bad situation that was made worse by who he went to. And I'm telling you, I said it earlier, if they win the Soupy with this guy, if they go to the big game and they win it with him, I will sit on a freaking drumstick, a Nestle drumstick, until the fudge melts. I am irate.
If there's any positive consolation, they have to rely
There is none, Nate.
They have to rely on Jordan Love to get it done ultimately.
You're right, but there is no.
They got to rely on Jordan Love to get it done, which there are quite a few other quarterbacks I'd rather have.
But they just picked up a rookie wide receiver that they've never done before. So
who knows? He could be terrible. They could be like New England at drafting receivers.
Nate, I've been hoping for their players to be terrible all my life. It never works out.
Okay, so
I think it's more the fact that Chicago just screws it up more than Green Bay ends up.
Nate, there's a little bit of that, Nate.
They've lucked into 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. They've lucked into 2 Hall of Fame
quarterbacks. There's a little bit of truth to that, but
come on, Brandon, help him up.
Sorry, hold on. I've been face deep in stats.
He's getting more confirmation by his
side. I dream every night that the Packers will falter, and they never do. They never do.
Oh, boy.
When will my misery and suffering end?
Cardinals of football.
I'm just looking at it. I mean, so based on the stats that I've reported here, if I did this correctly in the tiny little bit of time I had, in his 4 seasons, he's played 41 games indoors, 23 outdoors. Okay, so I won't go through the rest of them. I'll just make this easy for us.
We kind of figured.
Hey, Nate, called it.
But this is so sure, and this is my point though, is right. So there's not a lot of difference. He has 23 less total tackles outdoors versus indoors. He's got 10.5 less sacks and 2 less forced fumbles when playing outdoors. Now, my big thing in the bottom line,
double the games.
I feel like there could be an argument he might be better outside.
There could be.
Yeah.
It's I mean, you look at 2021, like the sacks, 6.5 indoor, 5.5 outdoor. I'm starting to think I'd be curious to know the per game numbers.
I would too. Can I get a moment here alone with the viewers real quick?
Yeah.
Take a little sidebar. These guys printed out sheets behind my back and pre-show start handing out all these stat sheets. I'm out here with nothing. I got handwritten notes for the college football season.
Don't you yell at me.
Out here with advanced analytics like they're freaking Chris Collinsworth.
It's Brandon's fault because he's the one that was bringing folders and I didn't have jack squat.
I feel so disrespected. Now, hey, Brandon, I want a printout next time. How about that?
Yeah, sure. Listen,
viewers, I want it on. However many there are you.
I'm blaming Brandon.
I hate you.
There's nobody else.
Go back. If you're watching this and you want to sit here and talk about it in the comments, I've done this for myself the last 3 weeks so I could have somewhat of a rough narrative of how to keep it.
Just so happens to invite 50% of his co-hosts. I'm out, though. I'm out. I got my own handwritten notes, folks.
Hold on now.
I asked for it.
Thank you. I didn't do it for you. Thank you.
Hey, Brandon, this is me formally asking. I want to print out next week.
I did ask for it from Brandon.
Fair enough.
So I'll take some of the heat, but I'm not taking all.
Formally, I am requesting a trade and also a sign sheet.
Whoa!
Just give me the printout, damn it.
But anyways, to Nate's point, yes. Yeah. You could take this information I'm giving and morph it whatever way you want. Will he do better outdoors? Will he decline a little bit outdoors? Up to you. You decipher that as you will. Again, I'm not PFF. I'm not making the grades. However, my only points that I'm going to say is with this lingering back issue he's got, this is going to be a very physical division.
I agree.
Physical, and it's going to get cold.
We're going to see exactly. That's not going to fare well for a back. And I just want to point out, because the argument that I was boiling down to was sure, in his 4 years, he's played 41 games indoors. This year, as the Packers schedule, there's only 6 dome games. So we're about to see how through and through this is going to work for him.
No, it's true.
So
the frozen tundra is a brutal place to play come, November, December, and into January, assuming they keep playing in the playoffs. But nonetheless, it is just so frustrating. I can't get over it. I still... this one came out very weird, too, where it was like there was a lot of smoke, a lot of buildup, a lot of rumors and all this stuff, and it was like, is he going to the Packers? No, he's not. Nothing's confirmed. No, he's not going for the Packers. Why are they saying $45 million a year? Oh, like there was so much.
Why is he following the Packers?
Yeah. And it was like all of this was kind of like, it's fake, which leads me to today where I heard the actual news, saw the actual like reports from Ian Rappaport, and I'm like, this is fake, right? Until I see him in a jersey, I don't think I can buy it.
Once I see Ian or Adam say something,
it's done.
It's over.
It's kind of funny too with how the reporting is starting to go. I always love seeing like per this or per numerous sources. I saw a tweet, I think it was for the Terry McLaurin deal, that Ian Rappaport says, he got his extension per me. And it's
I love that. I love that, though.
Okay. It was funny. It was hilarious. I'm like, is this...
Let it hang. You know what I mean? It's per me.
Ian. Let's go.
Nobody else reported this but me.
Let's go, Ian.
Oh, man. So yeah, that's the trade mill. That's NFL. We got week 1 coming up, though.
We do.
Unless you got any other points.
I was just going to conclude with a little bit. So I wrote down the last 5 games for the Packers on their schedule. Okay. So
Bears
their last
are
5,
2 of them, I think, right?
The first one, week 14 versus Chicago.
14 and 16. It's kind of nuts.
That's kind of wild.
Wasn't it the same for you guys with Detroit last year or something around there?
It was close to that, yeah. It was close to that, but it was like we bookended the season with the Packers last year.
We're kind of doing that
exactly. So 3 divisional games.
That's absurd.
That's like how the Bears season was last year. All of our divisional opponents were in the second half of the season.
It's
kind of nuts.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. So you get Chicago week 14. You go to Denver week 15. You go back to Chicago for 16.
Well,
you then get Baltimore. And
we play them in Lambeau week 14, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
This is a tough way to end the year, man.
And then Minnesota at the end.
Wow.
At Minnesota. So the only dome game is
that's an easy win
they
for the Packers,
could lose 4 of those.
I'm doing what I can to help you here, and you're gonna.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you bet it be.
I hope JJ plays like Tom Brady that week.
Listen, and
but no other week.
They could very easily lose 4 of these.
They absolutely could.
Yes.
That's wild.
Here's the thing, and you brought this point up earlier. I'm not sold on Jordan Love being, the guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I know
He's
he
a
is
fine
their guy.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's a small character.
He's a guy. He's a guy.
He's a buddy.
I don't think he's the guy, though.
No, I agree.
Well, we'll see. And,
at least not like their last 2.
We'll see. We'll see now that they finally drafted an offensive weapon for someone. But, in terms of the Micah Parsons things, and if I hate to quote someone from Green Bay, but as the crazy Aaron Rodgers once said, relax. Relax.
You don't.
My knee?
No.
Is that what you said?
You don't do that. My knee.
Come on.
I just
Thank
got that one.
Thank you.
But it was his ankle.
That was a good one.
No, when he was high that one interview.
Oh, yeah.
My knee.
Me.
Okay, all right.
Come on, I don't even root for this division, and I'm quoting it.
He's got it on his sheet, folks. He's got it on his sheet.
Brandon can confirm I do not have it.
That's true. Yeah, I'm looking at mine.
Darn right.
Well, guess what? I don't have
Improv.
it. I don't
All
have nothing.
improv.
That's right.
I don't have nothing.
That's right.
All in the noggin.
This is all in the noggin.
So-
I don't even got a printout.
Now-
You got stuff written down.
Handwritten from the noggin.
Now, before we jump to the middle part where I pass Nate the Rock here, I just want to say, because there's a lot of narrative online right now that, and I mean, Des Bryant's reporting it. There's a lot of people who are now trying to speculate that Dallas will be getting Arch Manning. However, sure.
How?
Saints exist.
How?
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Thank you. So
Indianapolis exists.
you can say they're using this draft capital to trade for that pick whenever it might come, but you cannot tell me that Dallas will be worse than at
Why
least
would
the
they-
Giants, maybe the Jets, Jacksonville.
But how many years does Dak have on his contract left? Because I feel like he's still got a couple. No,
I'll pull it up.
That's insane. I mean, if Dallas found themselves in a position to, there's no way the NFL would allow it.
No,
There's no way.
There's no. Although that would be.
Dak would have to
So,
get hurt against,
That would actually be pretty
see,
fun.
it would be hilarious.
Oh my God, he has the opportunity to do the funniest thing though, dude. He could.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
There's
he could
no-
pull an Eli and say, "I ain't playing for
Oh,
Dallas."
that's not what I was thinking.
Could you imagine though?
Could you imagine? You have 2 generational players traded in Dallas.
That too.
within 6
That too.
months,
That is kinda
and
nuts.
Then
Hot seat
down
all
the
the
road,
Dallas
they
fans.
magically get the first overall pick both times.
But this is what I'm saying. This is the speculation that's on the internet right now is because of the thing of Nico Harrison and getting Cooper Flag. I'm not going to call them idiots because I get their different sports,
Well,
but
I wouldn't call
I'll call them
the
idiots.
NBA has a draft lottery.
that's what I was
I'll call
about
them
to say.
idiots.
NFL is set in stone,
Yeah.
so there's
Because
no
the
chance.
NFL is sane. The lottery is
Well,
stupid.
it's set in stone until Lovie Smith decides he wants to win a game in Week 17. And that is really cool. Love that.
W.
We love that guy.
W. Love you.
We love that guy.
Build the
So,
statue.
to your point,
that was awesome.
Dak Prescott is signed through 2028.
Yeah, so
So-
to me, that's kind of a dumb move if they were to trade those picks
Well,
for a quarterback. I think you're better off.
Jordan Love sat for a couple years.
Yeah, but it's not like they traded
But-
up to get him, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that
Sure.
to me is like, you can build up a great roster and
They-
draft a later round
they would-
quarterback.
they would have
we'll
to
talk
finish
about
with the
some
bottom
of them.
5
There's
pick.
there's some good. Like Sam Leavitt, I think is going to be in that range.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, I don't think there's any way, unless something critical happens to Arch through the
Yeah.
season here, that he does not go top 5.
It could
if,
happen.
if he
Quinn,
if he jumps to
Quinn-
the draft.
I know Quinn was not level of hype of his Arch, but going into
Quinn's
last year,
Quinn had a bad
but
preseason.
early mock drafts had him going first round.
I know.
And he fell off.
Arch is like
Arch
a just
is
different
obviously
archetype, though.
different archetype
Yeah.
because of the name alone.
And because he's really cool.
But-
he lost his ID like several times at
But-
UT. He goes drinking.
He's got a crazy Venmo too.
Cool.
He
Yeah.
does have a crazy
Oh,
Venmo.
buddy, it's in the notes. You haven't heard about a guy named what's his name? Jake. Save it because I also have a sheet. These
That's fine.
assholes.
And we don't have it, so hey, I want those notes next time.
Cole.
Jake Mateer. You don't know him,
think he's a
although
friend of
you
his.
should.
Why?
He's your quarterback. Oklahoma.
Anyway.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We got a college football preview.
That's
coming up
how
there soon.
That's how you brought up Arch.
Yeah.
That's how you brought up Arch because I forgot his name, but I brought up the Oklahoma. Bengals to him first.
Yep.
And then you introduced me to the Arch stuff, which
It's
yeah,
great.
both are crazy.
I am so
Yes.
glad I don't
Both
have my
of us.
Venmo public.
What idiot would do that?
Well.
You.
I did do that. I did do that.
Oh God.
But,
man.
but I'm also
So-
not writing out kinky crap like Arch is. So
But yeah, how cool would it be if Dallas traded up and then Arch said,
that'd be wild.
"My uncle Eli said I can just not play for this team. I'm not. I'm not."
Pulls an Eli
Yeah.
or John Elway.
Yeah.
Don't forget John
Don't forget
Elway.
Johnny. You're right.
Johnny's-
You're right. That'd be
he started
hysterical.
it.
though.
What about Jim Kelly? We can't forget about Jim either.
You're right.
That's true.
Yep.
That's a completely different route, but that's
It's true. It is true. So that's good. I like this recap. This is a good recap.
Yeah.
We got anything else with NFL?
Well, I think this Dallas leeway is going to tie right into what Nate wanted to
Kick it
bring
off.
up, and this is going to be fun.
Oh, it's on his printout. How nice.
This is my info. This is just what he wanted to talk about. All right, so you better not take any of these. I'll know.
He's feeding
him
info.
That's not true. Not true. What info?
I'm be honest. This is really
He's a great guy.
this is just a general debate. We're starting with the debate. I've had this on for a couple weeks.
He has.
Brandon has cut me off rudely.
Dude, but now I have notes
but
to
yeah,
know,
yes,
and this is
yeah.
why I started printing them out.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just sit here and not say a word because I don't got any notes and I
You're
don't know
gonna
what
have
we're
notes.
talking
That's
about.
3 pages of your own notes over there. So just
womp womp. All right.
Continue.
But anyway,
Let's debate.
we're gonna debate which. There are 2 notable cities that have done a really good job of making their fans miserable.
Oh, Dallas is up there.
Chicago and Dallas.
Well,
They both do a pretty good job
Well.
at pissing off their fans
Well,
in
and
different ways.
we just talked about a big one today.
if you're going down that route, I do
So-
think New York is also up there
But
in recent years, at least.
given that I was living in the Texas area and obviously lived here too, the debate
You
is
lived
gonna
in
exclude-
Texas? I'm just kidding.
What a
Take a
shocker!
breath.
Might actually be a shocker to the fans, but I don't know if the fans know that. But I figured we just have a little fun debating between just Dallas and Chicago alone. New York probably takes the cake, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
at least
if you
recently.
take
This will
away-
give us some recency
Yeah,
bias.
that's
So-
also true. Recency bias on both sides.
Okay.
That was the one point I gave for you for Texas, but who?
Oh,
Which? Yeah. You.
I see your point now.
You missed the big one.
But, well, that's now, hold on now. Do we consider the Texas Rangers to be a part of Dallas? Because isn't that Arlington?
It is.
The Cowboys are Arlington too, buddy. They're right across the street from each other.
I know, which is his
They're
point.
right
They're
at-
Dallas.
But yeah, they're
It's
named
the
Dallas.
Dallas area, the Dallas
Okay.
Metroplex.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure, well, no, and that's
'Cause nobody's-
that's why I didn't have any
So-
Ranger stuff on my bullet points here. So.
It's the teams Dallas fans are rooting for. Is
Okay.
the point. So
Okay.
Dallas /
The spicy
Arlington.
Pepsi.
Wow.
The Pepsi went down the wrong pipe. Go on, Nate. Continue.
We gotta make sure you don't
I don't
die.
have notes anyway, so I can't really say anything
Fair
about
enough.
this one.
So Brandon, start us off.
Don't you look
You
at
have
me.
your points. Who
Okay, go
do
on.
you need a cough drop? Do we need a
Do we need 8 cough drops?
I was about to say, I don't
Twelve
need one, I
cough
need 7.
7.5?
I just need
Start
a little
setting
bit
the
more
line.
Pepsi.
He needs to drink.
Wet the whistle. Or I guess dry it.
It's just Pepsi.
Yeah.
All right.
You look like you're gonna cry.
I am.
He is.
That's hilarious.
He's still upset about the Michael Parsons situation.
That's
but
fair.
Come on.
It's emotional.
fair.
It's emotional.
All right, let's talk Dallas.
But Dallas or Chicago, which owners do a better job at making them pissing off their fans?
So my one point here is that Dallas does have a championship in the last 5 years.
Rangers.
Right. Yeah, if we're including that. Yeah.
Also,
So-
the Stars are a pretty good hockey team.
So these are just the notes that I wrote down to
nobody
kind
cares
of
about
do the
those.
yin and the yang here. So I only went back to 2000, the last 25 years, quarter century. Okay.
Okay.
We can go through and look at it. Really, I think it boils down to
you just said we went back to 2000.
And
That is kind of
I'd
sad,
like to point
right?
out,
It
if
is
you
sad
went back
for
to
us.
2000, you forgot the Stars losing the finals in 2000 as well.
True.
No,
I have that back? Can
No,
I have that back,
No,
please?
you can't. Keep that. Keep that.
Yeah, I got some notes to write down because I don't have a sheet.
If you're going back that far, I'm just saying. But
Great
the
throw.
Stars,
Great
the
catch.
Stars, undeniably. I mean, they've minus the mid 2010s when the Hawks were good.
Yep.
The Stars have been really good, but
Yep,
it's
sure.
more about the fact about keeping your stars happy.
And I think that kind of
And-
boils down to so the point I was going to make there was that do you deem your owner competent, right? Like, I mean,
Well-
you can talk about Jerry Reinsdorf.
I was
in
about
this
to say, we got
situation.
Reinsdorf-
the most competent owner in
Reinsdorf-
probably all
and
sports.
it's-
And he owns 2 teams.
Reinsdorf
Close.
versus Jones for sure is the big heavyweight.
And that's
for
true.
the owners.
Dallas does
There's
carry
no-
the weight of like 1.5 teams too.
That's
so.
my
Yes.
main argument is the debate between those two. So I'll beat around the bush for a minute before I hit those two. So I did talk about the Dallas Stars losing the finals in 2020. That's their last appearance. Versus the Blackhawks winning 3, 2010, 2013,
Hawks had a
and
dynasty.
2015.
Yep.
Correct.
But have been
So
crap
did
since.
Dallas, but that was before.
But
22.
still had a dynasty.
there was an issue that
We're
got-
not talking about it.
Okay, so that's
There's
what I'm
more
saying.
than one
We're
issues.
covered.
There
We're
was,
gonna- like I
there was
said-
like 3 issues. We're not going to talk
I'm
about
not
the
gonna-
8 lawsuits the Hawks are going through right
Listen,
now.
I'm not
That's
going.
not on us though.
No, and I'm
We
not. Listen,
didn't do it.
Listen,
That's
I'm not-
on owners.
I
That's
didn't
on
invite
the team.
anybody over to look at film over dinner.
yeah, I listen.
You,
I'm
you
not.
went
I'm not
way too
trying.
much into specifics.
What?
Listen, hold on. I'm not trying to burn the bush. I'm just trying to beat around it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the low
We
hanging
were
fruit.
beating around it, and then Nick had to mention film.
And Nick fell asleep in the
wasn't
bush.
There, I have done that,
And that's
I
my point.
wasn't there though. I wasn't there.
What bush?
I wasn't there.
So anyway,
Although if I was, I would have gotten extra playing time.
right.
If
So
you
anyway,
know, you know.
Anyway, so to Nate's point, the Rangers won the World Series in 2023. The last ones for the Cubs, Sox. Cubs 2016, Sox 2005. I'm just going to beat a little bit for the Mavericks. 3 final appearances in the last quarter century.
And a win.
1 win. They also gave away Luka,
To
right?
be honest, should have been 2. I think we can
100%.
acknowledge 2006 was rigged,
Yep.
but refs were really bad in
right.
that series for the Heat Mavs Part 1. But anyway.
So yeah, getting to the meat of the stuff I wrote down here. I did write down the last Super Bowl for the Cowboys was 95. We know that. You can kind of not exclude it,
You
but
can just say the last time they were relevant.
That is facts.
Yeah.
And
So
it conveniently left off 2 playoff wins
Yeah.
in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So sure.
Real success.
So, and that's
for being America's team, you have to emphasize being like the
True.
biggest brand
It's
of
true.
debatably all Big Four sports.
Well, I mean,
2
there's also
playoff
the
wins
Bulls.
is insane. So
and the Lakers.
Not what?
And the Celtics.
Tap.
who?
Tap.
Huh?
Tap.
And the Raptors and
So yeah. So just looking at that, like I mentioned, the last Super Bowl. I'm going to talk about the Bears real quick. Their last Super Bowl win, 85.
They went there in 2006, though.
came
So
very close.
right.
In Levy's,
Should have won. That
what,
was on my
second to last
birthday.
year?
It was on my
In-
birthday.
in
I blew out the
2010
candles.
conference final.
Doesn't work.
R.I.P.
I blew out the candles, Date.
Yeah.
Like, I wished on that candle.
Did you tell anybody that you wished it though?
No, but, like, come on. The Bears
So-
are having a Super Bowl on my birthday. Everybody knew.
No.
You mushed it.
It didn't work.
Devin Hester gave you hope.
Electric.
That's one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history.
To this day, I tell everybody that's actually what I wish for.
Well, yeah.
And an electric
did you also?
halftime
Yeah,
show.
I think that's what I would have wished for.
This is
What?
true.
Debatably the last good halftime show.
You might be right, actually.
Prince
Hey,
in-
now.
Prince of the Rain.
I was gonna say we can continue. Sorry,
Hey,
I keep
I'm
cutting us
sorry,
off
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
because I don't have a sheet.
Can we get a counter?
Yeah.
How many times is Nick gonna bring up not having? A
Hey,
sheet?
it'll be
I'll
more than the
mark it.
cough drops you ate.
That's true. We could bet on that. But anyway,
that'd be
he'll know.
legendary.
So in the last, or since 2009, so maybe it was 15 years. So since 2009, the Bears have a record of 112 and 148, whereas
depressing.
the Cowboys since 2009 are 138 and 114.
Same amount of playoff wins.
Yeah, it's still depressing.
Actually, I think it's more. I think if you're going since 2009, I think the Bears have more playoff wins.
Sure,
Why do I feel
So-
like you guys are attacking me personally right now?
we're not
I'm not
attacking
attacking
you. We're
you.
not.
I'm attacking Dallas. I feel like he's trying to boost up Chicago.
I feel like I just got stabbed in the back by the Packers, and now you guys.
I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking
You're the wrong
Dallas
part of
right
town.
now. I'm attacking Dallas right now.
True.
I'm
Yes.
attacking Dallas.
I'm on Nate's side then.
Right. No. And
Thank
listen,
you.
that's also where I'm kind of going with this.
Yes,
So,
I
but yes. So obviously we can all talk about the Jerry Jones drama. I mean, it's been like that since he's essentially bought the team. Now let's talk about the Bulls, right? After '98,
Yeah, but they're America's team. Everybody forgets.
I guess they're the most recognizable
If you-
franchise according to someone.
Everybody forgets
If
this.
you're going, are you going since 98, 99?
So yes.
I thought we were
so
going 2000.
This is
He has kind of been all over the place since the years
I
are
know.
breaking.
He's all
That's
over
fine.
the place.
Because if you're
Anyway.
going to mention parts of 98, just before the start of that season, the Last Dance did happen.
It's true.
right.
So
I
if we're
understand.
going to bring up 98, you might as well bring up the 98 ring.
And yes, that's my kind of my whole point
If not,
there.
cut it off. Cut it off. Just cut off at 2000. Just forget.
That's that's fine. Listen, I'm again.
He's never going to get his stats out.
Because otherwise, then the Stars.
I'm gonna keep getting interrupted.
Then,
I
then the
know.
Stars won
I'll
the
make
Stanley
sure
Cup
of
in
it.
'99 in controversial fashion, may I add.
It's true.
But just ignore the '98 crap.
Yeah.
2000. That's the cutoff.
And ignore giving me a sheet.
So, but no,
Four.
since listen,
It's got to be more than that.
since
7.
since dismantling that team, I mean, you could talk about Derrick Rose, which you talked about last week. You
True.
could talk about Jimmy Butler, but we didn't do anything with it. I mean,
Yeah, and I also put more blame on the Derrick Rose thing with like the organization, mainly Tom Thibodeau for
That's
keeping
on
him in.
Thibodeau.
That's where it's like that to me is like, yeah, it's a fluke injury, but also there is a non-zero amount of blame that the Bulls played in that.
Right.
So, just I'm adding
That's
that
on-
fuel.
that's
I'm
on
adding that
Tibbs.
fuel. I'm adding
I
that
agree.
fuel.
I agree. I did not write down obviously the win records for the Blackhawks. I didn't write them down for everything else.
They
It was
weren't
just
really
my,
good.
My two things were the
Early
Bears, Cowboys
thousands,
there.
they were bad.
But I mean, yeah.
If he's going off 09, It just depends. Where
Yeah, if we're just starting 09, then yeah, they're great. But if we're
but-
going all the way back
If
to
you're
2000, the
going back
Hawks
2000,
were
they're bad.
historically
Yeah,
bad.
they were
2000.
bad.
I just did it for football
2006,
because
2007.
it was simple
Yeah.
and
Continue.
That's fair.
But
Continue with your sheets.
I just given the sports teams that Chicago has versus Dallas. I mean, we have more teams, so does that add more ammo, or does it add more of an argument
But you match them in every sport except baseball. You have one more in baseball, and that's it.
So let's make this a real debate here, and I'll be the moderator because I clearly don't have a sheet. What side are either one of you guys on? Would you say it's Chicago or would you say it's Dallas, and vice versa?
I don't know. I came in not having a dog in this fight, to be honest.
What's your gut tell you?
In the last 20 years, I think Dallas has had it worse because Chicago's won more.
Yeah, and that's
You would agree with that?
When
Yeah.
it comes to winning championships alone, Dallas has had it worse.
I would-
When it comes to regular season success, Dallas has had it better.
No, see, I would argue. See, maybe this is why I need a sheet because I'm going to go against you both. I think Dallas has it way better than Chicago. Again, hockey.
That's going in my regular season.
If you
success.
take hockey out of it, it's basically apples to apples in terms of championships.
Yes.
Rangers, Cubs, and White Sox, but we don't really count that one, obviously. And the Stars or whatever won, 1999, right?
They won in '99,
Just before the turn of the century.
albeit controversial.
So I guess my point in all this is like, I think it's pretty apples to apples in terms of championships if you just exclude the Hawks, which we'll say it, out of the four major sports, that's probably the least watched in America and the least.
It is. It shouldn't be, but it is.
I agree, but I would also argue too, it's probably the least that like the fans feel let down and hurt by their organizations out of all of them. Am I crazy on that? Like, okay, for instance, basketball.
Game 7 versus LA.
Yeah.
In OT was a
Yes.
dagger.
You're right. You're right. But it's
not as bad as NFL for sure, but
No.
and
But it's-
Cubs for sure. But I think it's more impactful than anything the White Sox did.
yeah, but my
Bulls
argument
too.
my argument is less about the game results being
But that's-
depressing.
but
It's
I
more
think-
about the front office being
And
depressing.
that's what
And
the
I think-
argument is.
Yeah, and
that's
I
what
think
the argument is.
exactly. And I think hockey's one of those weird sports where it's like there really isn't much there's not a lot of bad trades out there. There's not a lot of like crazy. Okay. All right, so there's a couple of them. But my point is that like I think it happens less often, or maybe it's just less publicized in hockey than it is all the other sports. But in football, in basketball, in baseball even, there are so many of these situations where it's like, that's my favorite player, and they just traded him for nothing, yada, yada, yada.
Or
I think
they
it
just
makes
don't
it at least,
extend. I mean,
yeah, that too.
But I'm just asking this because you're the Bears fan. I mean, since I
You're
guess
taking more shots at me.
I'm not taking shots. I'm
It
asking.
seems
I'm
like
asking.
it's
I'm
setting
asking
up
a
for a
question.
shot.
No, I'm asking a question to kind of help validate your point here. In terms of the Bears and their drafting, the last X amount of years
Horrible.
you can physically remember.
They've let me down every year.
To my point, yeah.
Except
so
for the Caleb
that's-
Williams year.
I feel like Dallas has, in terms of what their front office has done, has hit on more draft picks and have executed it better than Chicago.
See, yeah, but as a Bears fan, I'll be the first to admit, like, I think you exclude that. Like, to me, that's hit or miss, right? Like, there could be players that are crazy busts. There could be players that are a crazy, return on investment for like a 6th-round Tom Brady. You would understand.
Very, very lucky.
But yeah, my point in that is like I think a lot of the draft comes down to like there's hits, there's misses, there's it's a lot of luck.
You're going
I'm more so
about
looking
free
at
agency and trades.
free agency, trading. Like I would even throw in like the Derrick Rose situation where it's like you put in poor coaching or poor decision making where you leave guys in to get hurt. My point is like control the controllables, and I think Chicago has done the worst job, maybe in all of the major cities, in controlling those controllables. You could literally just make this argument with the White Sox.
You could go
Yes.
counterpoint. Marion
Yes.
Hossa is
You
one
could.
of the most impactful free agent signings in Big Four sports.
Okay,
They-
if
they
we eliminate the
probably
Hawks, this
don't
isn't even a
want-
debate.
Yes.
If we eliminate the Hawks, it's not even close to a debate. That's kind of the argument I'm getting at.
I get it. But
So, like-
I don't think it's fair to exclude the Hawks.
That's true.
They're one of the big four. I think
It's true.
If anything, you exclude the White Sox.
But also,
because
well,
they're
hold on.
less popular than you have to pick one of the two baseball teams.
But if we're
have to-
talking letting fans down, they're about to move to Nashville.
Who cares?
We don't know that for sure. However,
Ask Baltimore after the Colts just left overnight.
That was the only team they had.
I know.
How many more fans? Are there more White Sox fans or Cubs fans? Well, significantly more Cubs.
Yes.
That's my point.
Yeah, okay,
Now-
fair
now
There
enough.
will be White Sox fans let down, but cope.
Now to that point, I guess to not attack, but as a Cubs fan, the argument that I would bring up is I think we did both drafting and player management very effective to win 2016. You could also say the point of it that there were fans who were upset after we moved off of Rizzo and Bryant, and at the time it was heartbreaking. You can add Javi
But
Baez
they made
into
the right
that, too.
decision.
At the end of the
decision.
it was most of those players just
Fell off.
massively declined. So
Crazy.
it's just and that's kind of my thing is at least Chicago, at least for the Cubs, you can argue that. Now,
Fair enough.
the last 100 years about it, but in terms of just recent
That could just be
news.
more because of the Mickey Mouse old head playoff system.
You
know?
could make arguments similar to that with like the Rangers, though. I don't know specific players, but it's like
conveniently, I to your favor, left off 2 more championship appearances.
that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like
And honestly, should have won one if it weren't for Nelson Cruz's back penalty. He could
I
have
do
easily
remember
caught
that.
it.
I do remember that.
Could have easily caught it.
Should have
Should
easily
have had
caught it.
another championship on this bucket. They would have gotten. They get clocked by the Giants.
I don't.
Should have beaten the Cardinals.
I agree. I don't.
So I will bet. I will give you the benefit of the doubt on that.
I don't mean to like curtail this, but we've been talking about this and arguing this debate for a while now. But like my end all be all on this one is that I think between Jerry Reinsdorf and Jerry Reinsdorf, because he owns 2 teams, people forget that. That is such a big share of the market in Chicago, and you add in the likes of the Bears to that mix. It's like, okay, well, Dallas has Jerry Jones. Yes, the Luka trade is one thing, but until that happened, Dallas Mavericks were one of the like class organizations in the NBA.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And compared to the Bulls, it 2000 on,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas has been.
And
If-
people
more successful.
forget.
I
Do
will,
not
yeah.
you may know too, but people forget as to how bad the Hawks were. The
Oh, yeah.
Blackhawks were
They were
bottom of the
they
barrel.
were really
They were
bad.
so bad they weren't even on TV most of the games. I remember.
They were really bad.
I remember I think it was 2006. Me and my dad went to the UC just to, why not? Let's go to a Hawks game. Oh, okay, Dad, where are we sitting? I don't know yet. I haven't bought the tickets yet. Well, when are we going to get them?
wild.
We're just going to buy them off some scalper on the side of the street. We got 100 level seats in 2006. I was on the glass as a kid, dude. We didn't have tickets 2 hours beforehand.
Yeah, pre-Kane and Taves era.
That's what
was
I'm saying.
really
Like, people
bad.
forget how bad it is. The 3, I get it. It erases all
Well, I
the
would
prior doubt.
just say the Stan Bowman era.
But the Stan Bowman era, as you said earlier, is now
Stan
tarnished.
really, outside of Hosa, didn't
It's
really
tarnished.
do anything.
I know. He fell into some great draft picks.
The
And
previous owner set it all up and got fired because he didn't.
He also-
make those qualifying offers for like 7 guys.
yes, I also would say it's marred by the whole scandals that went on with the
100%.
Blackhawks,
So,
too. Does it let
I
down
guess-
the fans?
yes.
A certain portion of the fans.
I think to
won't
make-
specify which sect of people.
I think to make a middle argument is like a neutral standpoint. If I can look at both of these debates and just say, if your team hires a GM or gets a new ownership with the name Jerry, it's gonna start hot.
I guess that's a great.
But then you're gonna be miserable after.
Great way to end
That's
it.
a great way to end it.
So
Don't do Jerry.
no Jerry's.
Jerry's bad.
Well, make it quick. That's all I got to
Yeah.
say. Make it quick.
that was a good one though.
Yeah, it's
like
fun,
that
very
topic.
fun.
I'll go Chicago.
Wish I had a sheet.
I think you convinced me enough.
Wish I had a sheet.
So yeah.
I think Chicago just does enough, but I think that could change if Dallas continues down this path of drafting generational players and trading them for crap.
Now,
we'll see. So,
one last point.
So that's
and
my last point. So I don't.
I have
I'm
one
going
more,
by
and this
stuff.
one's very brief. But like, if the Bears, I would say when, not if, because it's looking like it's going to happen. When the Bears move out of the city of Chicago, is that considered letting down the Chicago?
Well,
fans?
but they will.
I think that's, I think
hey.
that depends.
Would they?
I feel
would
like a
support
lot of
it.
people don't like
Yeah.
Soldier Field.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
kind of
think-
50-50.
So I
It's
think
hit or
that
miss.
might be a W.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm saying.
think
It's hit or miss.
if-
So
if-
that's why I had to ask the question.
If they move forward with going to Arlington,
Arlington?
does that technically mean that Dallas gets another team, right?
Oh my
I'm just saying.
Oh my word!
And with that,
my word.
The
we
pendulum
move
shifts to
on.
Dallas.
Oh,
And
my
with
word.
that, we move on.
We're moving on.
Oh man.
I know we've got college football
Yes.
coming up, but I want to give you the rest of your point here. You mentioned the rivalry jerseys or something. You
Oh
want to talk about.
yeah, that's a
These
good
are
one.
fire. Really, just depends on. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
I have not.
I haven't seen any renditions or anything like that.
Well, I don't have any of them pulled up, but yeah.
Pull them up.
I was hoping you guys would have seen it. While
Hey Adam,
while-
from the other room, can you just yell and describe what these jerseys look like to
While-
us?
Some ASMR. yeah.
While you pull them up, we're gonna briefly talk about my second point. I had them over, but you split it up into college and Nate's ideas.
Well, yeah.
Dude, I
So-
need notes now.
so,
I
yes,
need to have
look-
a
look
sheet
at
next
that.
I
week.
tried. I tried to
I had-
organize.
I had.
Oh,
I
I
wanted
need
do
to
it,
have a
and you
sheet.
broke them up.
I
but
need to have a sheet.
While you pull them
so
up,
bad.
I was gonna bring up really quick.
I want dealer's choice next week.
Oh, man. No, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Which, speaking of next week, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Are we going to Mondays recording? Or is that after week one?
Probably Tuesdays.
Okay. Was that
TBH.
secret?
Tuesdays was
No.
the best.
Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean,
I just
it
for like context, because we
it'll-
do
yeah,
record on Thursdays.
Tuesdays-
it
so.
will
Tuesdays
it will
works.
shift when the videos come out, so that might be different.
But I also
Look
think
out
for
for that, chat.
context, it helps people to know. Like
Yeah.
we record on Thursdays always.
Yes, we did one Friday, which was the double feature.
That was the
arguably.
one where I was drinking a lot.
You were drinking?
Pepsi.
That was a ghost
Yeah.
burp. But yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, you're fine.
Nate has his point.
While you pulled up, we know Illinois versus Western Illinois playing tomorrow night.
Are we talking college football right now?
This
was,
is the leeway.
This is a part of. This is the leeway. But this is really.
this
This
up.
is a Mickey Mouse game. Illinois spread minus 45. It has changed since I.
I'm so excited.
It has changed since I looked it up. Does Illinois hit that?
No.
I'm gonna say no. Now Indiana did beat them 77 to 3.
They're playing
last year.
Western.
And Western 2 years ago went
They're
winless.
bad though.
But Western did improve last year, getting to 4 wins. Illinois historically has found ways to make Week 1 games very interesting. Cough, cough, Eastern Michigan. Cough, cough, UTSA.
I also think.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
but
you're right. I also think too that like
it's an insane spread.
every year, because this is how it goes through my brain. Insane spreads like that, I always underestimate. Because I'm thinking like, all right, football, right, or NFL. All right, well, the most you're gonna see throughout the season is like a 14-point spread at most.
Yeah.
Even that is like a stretch in the NFL. You see a 46-pointer in college, you're like,
electric.
there's just no
It's
way.
electric.
There's no way. But then you realize that like there is routinely
the talent
every year.
disparity is much bigger in college than it is in
Every
the NFL.
year in college, there's like a 72-point, to 7-point win. It's kind of
So
nuts. So
I get that because
possible.
one of my former rivals for the school I went to, Stephen F. Austin, they have now twice
yeah, I know,
dropped
yeah.
90.
I know what
point
you're about. I was about to say.
games.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, I hate
Yep.
this, but I'm gonna go under 2 only because I mean you think about it, you score 1 touchdown,
It's true.
and you're gonna bench guys most likely. That's already gonna just knock you out because you
Wrong.
have to rely on.
That's football.
Illinois.
That's college football, though.
Yes.
You got to understand
True.
college football a little bit better,
True.
where it's like they want to smoke people because that's how you get better rankings. And Illinois is one of those cusp teams that
They will
They don't
need
have
it. They will need it.
they don't have a strong enough schedule to where if they go even, they
10
have
and 2.
2 loss. I was about to say they go 10-win season. I still don't think they're in the playoffs unless they have a convincing schedule.
They have to beat Ohio State.
Exactly, and
For
they
sure.
don't. I don't think
That
they have a
makes
very
sense.
convincing schedule. Yeah, so
That
like
makes
that to
sense.
me is like I do think that not only is it week 1 where you want to like lay the cards on the table, get your easy wins out, get your absolute like floggings out of the way early. I also think that like people underestimate that 46 points is very routinely happening in college, especially against an FCS
So
team.
you're going over.
I don't hate the spread there, but it is week 1. It is an Illinois versus Illinois matchup. We can't bet on it.
No, we cannot.
Correct.
So with that, I'm going with the. I might side with you, Nate. I'm gonna go with the Western cover on that.
No, I would agree.
I think.
What's the total?
I did not write that down.
I gotcha.
I can look.
It's not important.
We'll see. I think
we
it's
can't
one
bet
of
on
the-
it. It's
That's
not
true.
important.
I think
You're
it's
right.
just
You're
based
right.
on
You're
the
right.
This is not important.
history of
This
this
is curious.
program. They find a way to screw things up.
You're right.
And they
Make it
made a
closer
couple
than it needs
games
to be.
last year interesting that shouldn't have, but we will see.
Yep.
So Western is not a very good football team. They've
You heard it here first, chat.
They went 0-24 from I think
Yeah.
2022 to 23.
They're really bad.
They were really bad.
They're no Northwestern.
I also just don't think Illinois' offense is strong enough to be putting up a 46 burger.
It's the only reaction I needed.
They're no Northwestern known powerhouse Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go. Who in fact lost 34 straight games from 1979 to 1982. Had to throw that out there, Northwestern.
They're bad.
So
They're getting a new stadium though.
They
That'll
are.
It's going to be one of the best, if not the best, in Illinois
be
before
sick.
the Bears renovate. You know.
wild that Northwestern's getting a new stadium before the Bears. Kind of.
McCaskey's not that wild.
Yeah.
So, next point.
If you ignore ownership,
It's the Bears. Yeah,
if
next
you
point.
ignore ownership, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
true.
you take ownership into account, no, it's not.
That's true.
But anyway, do you have the jerseys pulled up?
Yes and no.
I wish I had my phone.
What I think what would be a cool idea maybe is if sometime this week or like if we actually do a stream, we can actually pull it up and like all of us are looking at it and doing.
Here's
it,
what we
'cause-
could do.
All right, well, I'll show you guys when we're done, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about this.
No.
another time.
Here's what we do. Let's live react to them right now.
Whoa.
Oh, dude, I love
Oh,
those.
that's gross.
Oh my
The
god.
Jets ones are terrible.
They're all white? What?
That's the Bills ones. So
I guessed it.
Kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
And with that, folks, that's reacting to the rivalry uniform.
bang, close.
The
So,
Buffalo
Put it in
ones-
post.
Buffalo ones are nice though.
Yeah. I haven't seen them. I bet they are, though.
Buffalo.
imagine if it snows
Yeah.
and
No, well,
good
that would
luck,
be-
everybody.
we probably could do that and should do that in all fairness next week when we have our week one like kicking off.
True,
You know what I mean?
true,
Yeah,
true,
that's
true, true,
fair.
true. Yeah, well, we'll save
I was
that.
trying
We
to
still
do that
have
this
a
week.
lot
Stay
to
tuned.
talk
I was trying
about
to do
in
that
college
this
football.
week because next week we're gonna start pick 'em,
It's true.
which
Oh,
ironically I'm
yeah.
gonna be going for. You guys are gonna pick normally. I'm picking based off which jerseys I like better and see if I can do better.
Oh.
You're gonna beat us.
So,
Yeah,
You're gonna win.
you're gonna do it.
We're keeping
that would be
season
sad
records, though. We're
because
keeping
I'm
season
going
records.
with the girl method for March Madness.
Fair enough.
There's always
That's
the
how they
girl
win.
that's how they win.
The last undefeated bracket
That's,
always.
you know, that's how it goes.
All right.
So, bang.
So, week one.
All right. So if we're just talking week one, or do we want a college preview?
So now here's the thing. I mean, because
Why don't we start college preview? Because let's just go through the top 10, right? Top
Okay.
10, if you know, as of right now, we got Texas, we got Penn State, we got OSU. Fourth, we got Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Bama, LSU, Miami.
Move.
Now, if you're keeping track of that, half of those teams are in the SEC.
Penn State down, Miami down. Hit it.
It's literally. I mean, again, just from the SEC, it's LSU, Bama, Georgia, Texas. I mean, that's 4 out of the top.
that's
10.
not surprising though.
I know it's not, but if you look at the top 25, like the majority of them are SEC teams. Shouldn't be surprising. With that, there is gauntlets of schedules out there. So I say this all right now that I do not let these week one rankings fool you.
No.
There is top tier programs, there is middle tier programs, and then there's programs that by the end of the year you're gonna say, man, how did they ever start the season off ranked?
Miami. I'm just kidding. Florida State.
Florida State they're not ranked, but you're right.
Last year.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
year.
no, last year's a big, yeah, seriously, that guy still owes us his bet redemption, if you know what I'm talking about. At any rate, I am a firm believer. I am a firm believer that Penn State's stars are lining up for them in the Big Ten this year. I do think that they have what it takes to
This
win
is
the
their
Big Ten.
best shot.
And
They
I
gotta
do
take
think,
advantage of it.
Drew Aller, in my opinion, is the best Big Ten quarterback there is. You could argue,
I'm a Luke Altmaier guy.
Yeah.
He's not better than Drew.
I know,
I'm
I know.
messing. I love Luke, but he's not.
yeah,
better. He's not.
and it's like you got like what is it, Julian Sayin or whatever
He's
from
gonna be
OSU.
a-
He's
gonna
good,
be a
but like
beast.
he's young. You've got what's his name from Underwood or whatever from Michigan,
He's gonna be a stud too.
or yeah, Bryce
Underwood.
Bryce Underwood, yeah. He's gonna be a stud. Rookies, they're young,
They're
young
young. They're not
quarterbacks.
experienced.
I truly think that this is Penn State's year, and I would not be shocked if Drew Allen is up there for Heisman voting. I also have some of the Heisman odds here, and this is where I bring that up. Drew Aller is plus 1,800 on the year right now. He's, I think, the 6th highest ranked, tied for 4th, we'll call it, odds
Smith
here.
is top, right?
Jeremiah Smith is number 3 right now.
Number 3, okay.
He technically tied, or technically 4th if you're really going to do it that way, but like Luke Nussmeier, or not Luke Nussmeier.
LSU guy?
Yeah, I'm blanking on his first name, but Nussmeier, great option. Cade Klubnik, great option. Arch is undoubtedly the number 1. And we got cards. And all the attention.
Dude, no, I'm sorry. I'm still looking. If people want to see this, so Adam's pulling cards over here. He got a secret layer for Sonic the Hedgehog. And do you know the monetary value of this piece of cardboard in my hand?
$5.
Huh?
At least $150, I think.
$150?
Say
Or
20.
I think. I don't know for purple.
$1.50.
the lotus petal. That's so pretty.
$1.50.
Wow.
I said 5.
You sorry? You can give us an update. We're chatting away. This is awesome.
That's a sick pull.
That's pretty sick.
That's huge
That's pretty
ball.
sick.
W in the chat.
I didn't get any, so
W
it's-
spam.
he got a
That's
Well, you
something-
got that Yankee
I don't
guy.
know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
George Lombard Jr.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
That was on the tip of my tongue.
lombardosis, the spinal column. At any rate, Arch is obviously the number 1 favorite to win the Heisman.
Makes sense.
I do think that he could. In all likelihood, win the Heisman. With that, again, I think my favorite on this list is Drew Aller. I love Jeremiah Love, pun intended on that one.
Yeah.
Running back out of Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to be running. He's such a stud.
Miami's gonna have problems stopping.
Well, Catholic convicts. We'll get to week 1 here too, but again, that's where I'm at. I think Bryce Underwood, if you want some value here, boys, they've got a good path to him getting Heisman nods if he plays well against, drumroll please, your team, Oklahoma. I believe they play them week 3 or 4.
Is that the red? Yeah.
No,
no, you're right.
Double check that for me if you could. Pull up Michigan's schedule. But my point is all this: they have like
You're
a
about
good.
to call the Michigan Oklahoma Red.
No, I'm
what are you
sorry.
talking
I looked down and I saw the Texas Ohio State and saw Texas and I heard Oklahoma and I was like,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But my point in there is like if you're looking at his odds right now, he's plus 4,500. He's down in the middle of the pack here, but he has a ramp up of games to start the season where if he shows out early, that he is gonna get significant traction against his name as a Heisman.
it's week 2.
Week 2. Point being is he could ball out early in the season. Will he? It's up for debate. But it's one of those things where I think you put a flyer $5 bill out there on a plus $4,500 bet or plus 4,500 bet. And I do think that by week 3, week 4, again, depending on how that one game goes, it is going to go up to the thousands. It's going to go up to, even the hundreds, the high hundreds here. It's a good hedge pick, in my opinion.
And I really
It's gonna come down to if you could beat Ohio State. That's the biggest
100%,
issue.
which is again later on in the season, but it's
Gotta be able to do it. And personally, I'd still rank them
They're
below
undefeated in the-
Ohio State
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But this is their best chance to
It's-
end that drought.
sure.
it's true.
This is exciting.
Well, they've beaten Ohio State every year, but you're saying Ohio State can end the drought?
No, Penn State's got
Oh,
to be
Penn
able to-
State.
Penn State.
Penn State. You're right.
Yes.
I thought we were talking Michigan, Ohio State here. I was like, Ohio State hasn't won against them in like 4 years now.
Yeah.
Michigan
No.
owns Ohio State right now.
They
Kinda
do.
nuts.
Yes, they do.
But again, there's value there. That's all I'm getting at is there's a lot of value in the Bryce Underwood pick.
And
So,
I think this is a
I
good
might
intro.
sprinkle some out there.
I mean, now granted, I know I'm not like through and through college sports person, but this is a good leeway because we've talked about this for a while, wanting to do like a sports betting area of it. Now, of course, this is going to come out probably a week later than when the games are, but if you like
little
this,
bit later than week 1.
please talk it up a little bit, and we're happy to do this maybe live at some point on
Yeah.
Twitch or something, and get this going a different way, and get these picks actually out there before game.
How would I be
game
there?
time. We could do a Zoom meeting, man, or whatever.
No, but John's Prawns.
We don't need him there.
Yeah, we do.
He's kind of a big deal.
I'm John Sprawn's #1 fan.
Thank you. Well, John's thank you, I would assume. I don't know who that is. At any rate,
I mean, if I were to have done it,
no, I didn't do nothing. But I
I
would have.
didn't do it, but if I did.
But if I did.
200-page
so
memoir.
in terms of week 1, then I know you mentioned
Yes.
the Heisman voting there, which I know is a season award. But in regards to week 1, do you have any gambling or sports betting picks that you've
Yes,
got
I
written
do.
down?
Yes, I do. Now, me personally, I am a Wisconsin fan. I want to go out on record as saying that. But Wisconsin this week is minus 17.5 going up against Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is not a good team. Their team total in this game is like 10.5. It is, to me, a very, very decent spread because Wisconsin has it's not even close. They have the hardest schedule in all of FBS football. So
Florida?
Wisconsin. My take.
Have you seen Florida's schedule?
Trust me, Wisconsin is harder.
Florida's facing like 7 ranked teams.
Pull it up. Dude,
I'm not denying it, but I've seen
Wisconsin's got
Florida's.
to travel to like Alabama and all these other schools. Like,
You want me to look up Wisconsin?
yeah, if you could, and just
sorry.
give me the
Listen
gauntlet.
to me, because
I already know.
Florida's got a brutal.
I know what you're saying, but like, I could just pull up like the
They're playing Miami right now.
Uh-oh.
what?
It's Thursday, August 28th versus Miami of Ohio. It's
Yeah.
live at the moment.
What's the score?
Never mind
it
then.
just- it must have just kicked off. It just says live. I'll look in a second.
I, for whatever reason, thought that was Thursday. Are you sure?
Today is
I mean-
Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, it is Thursday.
I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I'm assuming
so-
if it's hardest, I'm assuming Ohio
Forgot
State
about
and Penn
that.
State's on the list. I'm assuming Oregon's on the list.
They,
So
they,
those
they
three-
have a brutal
There
schedule.
is no Penn State.
There's no
So-
No
Penn
Penn
State,
State,
They-
but
they-
there's
they
got to be
get-
Ohio State and Oregon.
Next week they get Middle Tennessee. Week 3 is Alabama.
Yep.
They have
At
Maryland
Alabama.
after that. Michigan in October.
Yep.
You can add Iowa if you want to, but then,
Iowa's a good team.
middle of the pack here, Ohio State for October, followed by Oregon, and then they get Washington. Skip ahead, they've got Indiana, then Illinois, then Minnesota.
Yeah. They have a
It's
tough
close.
schedule.
Pull up Florida's.
They have a.
I'm convinced. Pull up
You
Florida's
listen. You can argue all you want, but I have seen like the strength of schedule rankings, and I am 100% certain that Wisconsin is number one as far as strength of
It's
schedule.
really high.
I know what you're saying, dude. Florida's got a really good schedule.
I'd be willing to bet it's probably because you play. Florida's probably got the first couple weeks is going to be softer than Wisconsin.
This is true.
I'd be willing to bet that's the difference. I feel like though Florida still has more ranked opponents that they're facing than Wisconsin is, from what I saw. Because Iowa's not ranked, Washington's not ranked.
You're right.
Florida has 7. I do distinctively remember this.
Okay.
So,
I know they have a tough schedule, dude.
according to this SI.com website, and I can try to find a more appropriate one if I need to. So thank you. It looks very different from what I recall Sports Illustrated looking like. But anyway, Wisconsin is tied for the top 3
Top 3.
strength of schedule.
Tied. Where's Florida at?
I'm scrolling.
He's scrolling.
Baltimore.
I know. He's scrolling. No, Nate.
Scrolling.
Dang.
We're down the list.
Sorry, there's a lot of ads. I have to really scroll.
All right,
Hold
never
on,
mind,
all right,
Nate. I
all right.
pull it back. It's all ads. He's scrolling through. Click the one about the singles in your area, dude. Let's check out the local singles in our
But
area.
there's-
The
Click
hot
that
milfs.
ad. Yeah, click that ad.
No, but there's a progressive one with Flo.
Maybe
Florida-
I saw 26s.
Florida is tied for 29.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 6. The 26.
Okay, so like back to the point I was getting at, which again, apparently I'm getting my dates mixed up here because I totally forgot they were playing tonight. I think that is a good bet because they need to get their wins out early and often.
No,
They have a
100%.
tough schedule, so I do feel like they're going to try to lay it on, and when they lay it on, they're not going to let up. With that said, I am also a massive, massive fan of Notre Dame going to Miami, beating them by 2.
Amen.
Catholics versus convicts over again. I think they win the control.
Better coach.
I agree.
I think
agree.
Sandoval is.
The only X factor here is whether or not the quarterback plays good for Miami.
I will
Do
say-
you guys know who that is?
It's the guy out of Georgia from.
Okay, never mind.
Beck,
I thought,
right?
Yeah, whatever. Okay, you guys know a little bit of ball.
He was smart. Yeah,
I thought I had him.
well, you still got
And
me.
that's not
you
in my
still got
notes.
me though because you got me on the strength of
It's
schedule.
true.
So, but
Whatever. But Carson Beck is
I'm not
Oh,
high
now
on
it's
him.
whatever.
I'm
Now
not-
it's whatever.
whatever. I almost had him. You saw it, Chad. I almost had them both. At any rate,
So-
you had me on 1, but you didn't have me on 2. So
I can't
I
wait. I
almost
can't wait to really look into some of these because my big thing right now is looking into Saturday games. I was
yes.
massively high on the U winning Week 1 last year, and I don't know if you remember that. It was a very blurred
Yeah.
day, but
Yeah.
that's all I was talking about there.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
very much.
all I
so.
was- all
I had
I-
a great week 1 last year in terms of bets.
I don't think I lost one last year.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So-
I had one of the best week 1s I've ever had. But like that to me is a good game. I think your game of the week though, And a lot of people are
There's a
telling me it's
lot.
Texas and OSU. This is maybe the best week 1 of all time, by the way, boys. I hope you guys realize that. It's
100%.
going to be one of the best college football seasons ever, but this is like the best week 1. Everybody's talking about the Texas OSU game. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but I do think this will be the best game of the week.
You going LSU?
LSU Clemson.
Yeah.
LSU
Go
in the
Tigers.
last 4
I
think
just
4 to
don't
5
know.
Tigers.
Brian Kelly.
He
I think
sucks. He sucks in week 1. He does.
He sucks
Dang
in week
it.
1. I think Dabo just has a better pedigree than
Can
Kelly does.
You're right.
But
And I do think
and
Clemson is the better team.
Clemson brought back a lot of guys.
They're 4.5-point favorites. LSU is traveling to Clemson. With that said, you are going to get a I just listed it off here, but a top 3 or no, they're both tied for second with plus 950 odds for Heisman. You're getting a Heisman competition
that's
in
gonna be
week
electric.
1.
That's
You're also
gonna be
getting
electric.
you're also getting a Brian Kelly led team that yes has lost 4 or 5 straight week 1s.
To
but
their credit, they have played a lot of tough teams.
100%, and all of their week 1 games against those tough teams have been
Would you
really
argue
close
Florida
and
State?
really
I
good
think-
games.
Would we really argue Florida State?
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't that last year?
No, that was
No,
USC.
that was
USC
USC.
beat them,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
great game.
USC did not end up being a great loss, but
No, but it was a great game.
Well, it was a
My
great game.
point is
Yes.
you have a very good you have a great competitor in front of you. Either team can say that. You've got great quarterbacks. You've got great offensive lines on both sides. I think their defensive lines are both great. Clemson arguably is the better defensive team, but they also are unknown with a new coordinator coming in. They have a lot of returners. I am heavy on Clemson here, minus 4.5, but I think by the end of the year, Nussmeier is going to be getting Heisman votes, and I think this game, if he plays well, will be that moment where it's like,
this
from
is a
that,
huge moment for Nuss to prove whether or not he should get more votes.
100%.
He gets it, he's going to go way up.
I also am like a firm believer, if you guys follow a lot, where it's like, when you win Heisman, usually like the year prior, you are like a Heisman favorite, but you don't end up winning. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you start off as a Heisman favorite, and then you choke, and you don't do whatever you should do or whatever, and then somebody else wins it, and you're not even in the ceremony. And then the next year you come back, and you have a lot to prove.
LSU's been pumping him out.
I know, and
They've been
Nussmeier
pumping him out.
is every bit as pedigreed as some of the best. I'm not going to put Joe Burrow up there, but he's every bit as pedigreed as like a Jaden Daniels was there. And I really think that like that is going to be the best matchup of this weekend is between LSU and Clemson. 4.5 points, I think, is a great line for this game. I'm taking the Tigers. I'm taking the
Going LSU.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
They could both actually.
They're
yeah,
both
that's a good
Tigers.
point. Yeah, well, you know what? It's going to be a good game, but there's no
You're
winners
going
in this.
Clemson Tigers.
I'm going Tigers.
He's going
It's going to be a good game. No, to me, it's Go Tigers. I think they
Tigers.
snap the schneid. I think they finally go and they win their first week matchup because there's a lot to play for. Again, I think that there's a lot of uncertainties with the defensive side of the ball for Clemson just based on them having a new coordinator. Yes, he's going to be more aggressive. Yes, it's going to be a better defensive unit based on bringing back a lot of starters. But
It's a new scheme.
it's a new scheme. And I think
New
it
scheme.
does take some time to get used to, some time to adjust. And in week 1, it's a 57.5-point game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be closer than people give it credit. Give me the Tigers.
Well, if
Give me
anybody
Go
thinks
Tigers.
it's going to be a blowout, they're
Go
just
Tigers.
wrong. But
Go Tigers.
That's
my pick,
I'll
though.
take Clemson. I'm just not a big Brian Kelly guy.
That's fair.
I think it's going to get out coached
I
like
agree.
it always does.
I agree.
I want to give one thing, though, to LSU. Massive credit. You aren't like Bama in the sense where you cowered your way out playing
No.
Southern Texas border state university.
I also give them
They, year in and
Yeah.
year out, want to prove
Yes.
they're the best by playing the best.
part of that,
and
though.
they're consistently going on the road week 1.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say
it's commendable.
You're right, and
I
part of that
respect
though,
that.
I think part of that though too is because of the conference they play in. They
Yeah.
play in the ACC where it's like they have it's a 2-man race. Let's just be honest here. It's a
Yeah.
2-man race
Yeah,
between
100%.
Clemson and Miami.
Miami.
But with that said, you're not going to get your in-conference matchups getting you to like, the top 10, top 8,
Yeah.
whatever it is, rankings nationally. It's like you do need to go out and
gotta prove it.
Yeah. Whereas in Alabama, it's like, okay, well, we can schedule Texas Christian, Abilene, whatever it is. Like we can,
Abilene mentioned.
Yeah.
Rah!
I know. I did that on
Almost
purpose.
beat Tech. Watch out,
At
Tech.
any rate, they can go out and schedule those games because the rest of their in-conference opponents are so beefy that like they can build up that resume while also blowing out these non-Power 5 conferences.
LSU, I just gotta say one thing. Give yourself a home game next. Treat yourself.
Yes,
You can play a
please.
ranked team, but go home.
Please.
Go
Go
home.
home.
Just go home.
Death
you know?
Valley, yeah.
Like,
I'll be honest.
Take advantage of your environment.
Death Valley is one of those places that's on my bucket list of like, I
100%.
need to go to a game. We should go to a game there, boys.
That'd be electric.
We should totally just do a Bayou road trip one of these years.
That.
So that's that. With the other big game here, Bama, FSU, I only say that's a big game because FSU's got a new stadium. Bama's traveling into it. I don't know. The Seminoles
there's
are...
questions about DeBoer, but there's questions
Yes.
about the coaches on both sides, whether or not
Yes.
Florida State's coach should even.
But Florida
made
State,
it
you're right.
into this year is up for debate too. But
My only point with that is FSU's got a brand new quarterback in somebody tell me a tragic scenario.
Like Marshall?
His name is Castellanos. So
from Boston.
yeah. I'm very high on him.
One, but I'm not trying to get
I
canceled.
know. I'm very high
I
on
was
him.
thinking a certain day in New York
In September, back in the early 2000s? Yeah, we won't say it.
I was trying to avoid that.
No, but they got a new quarterback. I'm very high on Castellanos.
Castellanos
I think
is
he's
a stud.
very good.
He did good under at Boston.
Yeah.
Under O'Brien.
They have a
so-
good team as is. And again, I think there is some mojo in college sports where it's like, they got a new stadium. They got the fan section bump in
swagger
here.
back.
It's like,
You still have that.
it's, to me, a
swagger.
14.5 point spread. Well, it's 13.5 on my
Going
sheet, but
under.
I think it might be 14. I'm not
Are you
opposed to...
going Florida State covering?
I'm not opposed to taking a Florida State cover on this one. However, I do think that Bama is being slept on by the national media. I do think that by the end of the year, we'll be talking about them for it.
The biggest question's DeBoer, man.
I was about to say, but I'm a big fan of him.
But
I'm a big fan of him. But, like, at the end of the day,
it's a lot of pressure to go to coach at Bama.
at the end of the day, that is one of the closer spreads in week one in terms of, like, the good games here. And I'm not opposed to going with FSU in that route. With a new quarterback, new stadium, they're going to be rocking. It's going to be mojo. Plus, they need
their
revenge
swagger
from
back.
they need revenge from last year's start. They really do.
last year was
So
a
that's
disaster.
that.
Okay. So I know just looking at it in terms of the rest of the games here, just real quick, any other quick little bets you got for us? Or
Quick little bets. I do like, again, we're just going with the big game of the week here. OSU, or well, I should say Ohio State versus Texas.
The Ohio State.
Yeah, the Ohio State. I'm a big fan of Texas covering the spread here, but this is where my brain goes. Right, wrong, or indifferent. What is everybody in this room thinking about that spread? Do you think Texas is going to cover 1.5?
I don't know. I think
I
there's
don't
a really
either.
good chance.
I will
for
say-
me-
Really?
Hang on. It comes down to solely the turnover battle.
You're right, but like
Yeah.
you can't bet on it
turnover.
mid game. My point in all this,
the argument that I would make in terms of this, and I know it would be a different year, but last year when Texas went into Michigan and won. So, I mean, I can see Texas winning it.
here's my point, and this is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Everybody in America is saying that. Everybody is taking Texas on this game. I am high on Texas. I think they have the more experienced quarterback. They have the better team overall. They're traveling into Ohio State during their
Just won the natty.
yeah, who just won the Natty, who could be, sleeping after last year. My point in all this, though, is that Texas has a lot to win, a lot to play for after losing last year to Ohio State in the playoffs. It is to me, all of America's riding on Texas. I want to ride on Texas because I want to do that. I think Ohio State gets it done.
So this is why I was hesitant. I was leaning towards Ohio State, and want to know why? I think there's a couple reasons. You're ranked. You just won the national championship.
Yeah.
You're ranked third.
Yes.
You're ranked
You should
third.
take that as an insult.
You're ranked below Penn State.
I
a
know.
team you
They got a
beat
stud of a quarterback,
several
too.
years in a row. You got the Heisman favorite.
couldn't agree more.
I think they're gonna come and feel disrespected.
I couldn't agree more.
They feel disrespected.
So
it's gonna
because
be an
of that-
electric game, And that's why I'm going Ohio State.
I am too. I hate that I'm doing it, but I think that's the play here just because of the whole.
No Ohio State hater. And
Yeah.
I'm picking
Well, and
Ohio State.
I think it's kind of
The
poetic.
Ohio State. I'll give
Because
it to you.
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
take
it
a
to
quick
you.
leak, boys.
That's fine.
Keep the train rolling.
I just think it's absolutely hilarious. You're saying underappreciated, and yet in the notes you said the overrated state.
Oh,
university.
absolutely. It's memes.
So that's funny.
It's memes, but I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Well, sure.
You
I
win
mean,
the Natty and you're ranked below a team you've owned for years. That's ridiculous.
it's crazy, dude. I know. I'm just trying to think. I know you have Illinois written down here. I know you're not much
We
of a
already,
gambling
we,
guy.
we already covered the Illinois.
No, I know. I'm
thing.
just saying. Do you think you have any other picks in terms of?
These were the ones that I had. So
Okay.
I didn't have anything betting wise.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, good. I know this PP should be very quick for him. I know. I'd imagine anyway. I've got a few here, but I kind of want to see what his opinion is on some of these. I can't wait to do more research for some of these ranked games, but all of my picks are not ranked teams. So,
Yeah, I can tell you have UMass. Wild.
shut up. Shut up.
UMass Tech Institution of Technology. Yeah, I tried.
It's all
Tried to
right.
cover it.
So, I guess while we're waiting, like I said, I was
Pull up ACU Tulsa really quick. I don't know what the spread is on that.
8. Abilene?
Yes.
Okay.
ACU versus Tulsa. See what they have
on.
the spread for that.
What do you
They may not have it until the day before
What
or
game?
day of.
What game we talking
spread?
about, boys?
ACU versus Tulsa.
ACU is a plus 5.5.
We're eating, boys. We're eating,
Whoa.
boys. And reason. Oh,
Sorry. Bull in a china shop.
gonna take my ears off.
So I was just
Reason why I'm hyped about that. Our head coach he went to Tulsa, so
Fair
I
enough.
like the over.
he's going into Tulsa. He's getting that dub. He's gonna be pissed about
I don't know what the
losing
over
that
is.
Tech
It's
game.
That's not bad.
So I was waiting for you to
So-
get back because
Oh, yeah.
I've
We're only bringing that up just because we were waiting for you to talk about previous games.
Oh.
well we can. I mean, if you've got any more. So the over
No,
is actually
that-
63.5 in ACU Tulsa. So I don't know.
What
but I
was
like
it? Sorry.
63.5
In Tulsa ASU?
I'm going under.
ACU.
I'm
Oh,
going.
ACU.
I'm
I was
going
gonna say that
I'm-
doesn't.
I'm going under. We lost too many guys. We lost our starting quarterback he went to Western. He kicked the crap out
These
of
two
Sam
teams
Houston.
do not have
So-
head-to-head matchups within the last 10 years, but
We've
in
never played
terms-
because we were D2 for a long time. So we wouldn't have played.
That's a high number on the total.
I do
though.
like ACU on the spread.
If this was last
Yeah.
year,
What is
really-
the spread though?
Here's the thing.
It's 5.5.
our offense was, I think, top 3 in the FCS. Last
Brother.
They're
year.
playing.
My
They're playing
problem is
at Tulsa.
At Tulsa.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Listen,
lost 3 receivers, our quarterback, and a running back, and a couple linemen.
I don't hate
That's
that.
that's my problem.
betting on
with
the
that,
Christians.
with it.
I don't hate that.
But
Listen.
I'm covering the 5.5.
You can just look at the last 10 games of last
For
year.
sure.
In terms of against the spread, ACU is 6-4,
finished strong,
whereas Tulsa is 3-7.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just a 5.5. I think that's pretty good.
I
not
think
bad.
I think it's doable.
Tulsa-
But
Wow.
Tulsa's good.
Wow. I mean,
go.
Can
so
you pull up West Virginia? I forget who.
I
they're
want to
playing.
sing something so bad, but we're not trying to get copyright.
you can sing it.
I don't think they're gonna copyright you on that. I don't know if you're gonna hit it close.
So, Robert Morris, one of my one of my favorite basketball schools to have bet on last
Sorry,
year.
who is it again? Remind me.
Robert Morris is
That's
at
it.
West Virginia,
RMU. What's the spread on that?
38.5.
Yeah. So just for some background here, guys, these are some of the teams that I want you guys to pay attention to. In terms of transfer portal pickups, West Virginia is the number 1 team in terms of number of snaps and starts they have added to their roster this year from last. Yes. They've added 51 starters, most across, not 51 starters, sorry, 51 players. Of that, there's like 434 starts that they have added to their lineup. So it's kind of a nuts
That's
like swing.
insane.
Yeah. There are some other teams out there, Purdue, which I'm very low on, so don't, take this
This
you
is
know,
the other
too
reason
far.
why I'm against the ASU hit the 60 plus. We hired the
Yeah.
Purdue's offense coordinator.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's what's scaring me.
Yep.
Little sus.
Virginia
That's what's scaring me.
Yeah,
But
Virginia's 2 in that list. And then you go down a little bit. I'm going to give you some big names here. Colorado. Big transfer school. They've added, I can't remember the exact number, but I want to say it's upwards of 40 plus starters here. And again, it's a little weird in college football where it's like it's not like 41 guys. It's like a 53-man roster in like NFL. It's a little bit more crazy than that. But the one that we have not talked about that we need to talk about, UNC, Bill Belichick.
You're talking about
We
Chapel
have
Bill.
not
Trademark.
spent.
Chapel Bill.
Speaking of trademark,
They're
did
trying
you
to trademark
Gold
Gold
Digger? It's nuts.
So
it's
she
nuts.
admits it, chat. She
Yes,
admits it.
yes.
Capitalize on it, I guess.
We have not spent any time talking about Unk here, right? UNC,
He's living the
Chapel
life, man.
Bill.
That's good for Bill, man.
What is, you got to pull this up for me. I actually did not look this up because I
trying.
wanted to save it for this. What is their win total projection on the season?
Depends how many white wide receivers they got.
It's Bill, all of them. They just grabbed the entire lacrosse team and put it on their wide receiver.
I'll be honest. I'm hitting the over on whatever it is, unless if it's something ridiculously high.
And you got it.
His pedigree is just
Yes, and they're
unmatched.
playing in the ACC. It's not the best conference there is, but like my point in this is, I think Bill has a lot to coach for here.
So,
we
I'm sorry, what
we
am I
mentioned
looking-
earlier it's to lose for that conference championship game.
Yeah,
UNC could be the only one that can sneak in. Only because of Bill. But I just don't know about it this year.
I'm sorry.
you're not giving enough credit to Georgia Tech.
I
dude.
wanna-
Georgia
I wanna-
Tech is a really
You said
good
win
team.
projection or
Yeah,
percentage?
win project. Well,
Georgia Tech was nasty last year.
I know, and they're going
I
to be even
think-
better this year.
I mean, I don't know if you want me to. I think their line is 7.5.
7.5 wins. That is that's
a good
kind of
line.
right on the money. Actually, I was
I'm
thinking
going
about
over.
8 wins. That's right on the lines. Can
I'm
you
go-
go through
I'm
their
fine
schedule
with
for
it.
me? Would you?
That's fair.
Could you just give me their schedule here?
Stand by.
Sorry. But yeah, Bill's
take
taking over, and it's like the one question I keep asking myself is like, is his coaching style going to pay into like college players? And I think it will, but he's also 70 years
I
old,
think
so
it just depends.
At the moment, there's only one ranked opponent.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. They have
but,
a
I
weak
mean,
they
strength
got a
schedule.
weak schedule.
Give or take.
It's who? Miami?
Clemson.
Clemson. That's it.
He's probably going to lose to Clemson, but when you face...
Yeah. I'd say so.
You never know.
That's true. That's true.
You never... Bro's got 6 rings. All right.
true.
And I know it's a different style.
He's also
but-
got Jordan.
But
Hashtag gold digger.
She's the X factor in all this.
when the X factor comes down to coaching, 9.99 times out of 10.
I'm giving it to
is-
Bill. Yeah, you're
Bill
right.
beat him.
You're right.
He probably doesn't outcoach Dabo just in terms of the college
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
At
Well,
least this turnaround. But everybody else, like Miami, if he played Miami, he'd outcoach freaking Miami.
100%.
That guy's a
But
bomb.
here's the
But-
problem with college sports against
Yeah.
like NFL,
Yeah.
right? It's the recruiting that matters the
Recruiting
most.
matters.
And I don't.
Absolutely.
I know they had a great class. I know they picked up a lot in the transfer portal. Is it enough to get them over the hump?
He's
Is
a
it
very
enough?
big system guy.
If I'm a betting
It
man,
does-
which I am, I might take the under in wins this year. But I think next year, I do think
I'm
he
going
goes over.
I'm going over. I think he'll lock
That's
in.
that can be just like a between us two. I think that could be good running. UNC is one of my favorite college teams out there. Wisconsin's number 1. UNC is probably number 2, if you would, and then USC for my boy Caleb. But I went to ISU. I can choose who I want. I don't care. Save it. At any rate,
It's going to be interesting. It's a good line. I do
it
think
is.
7.5
That is a good. Yeah, that's a good line. So I wanted to just go really quickly through some, Power 5 conference real quick. SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, and then we got Mountain West, Pac-12, that kind of thing. But really, let's just stick to
Just
the
go
top
Big
4.
Four.
Yeah. SEC, you've got Texas, you've got Georgia, you've got Bama, you got LSU, you got Oklahoma, you got Florida, and you got why am I blanking on the last name here? Ole Miss.
A&M?
Okay.
Sorry, and A&M too. Obviously, loaded conference. Of those teams, is it gonna be 3 teams from the SEC that makes the playoffs?
Georgia. They
You
gotta
think?
make it.
I
think
would
they
say
gotta make it.
Texas first before I say.
I'm
say
not,
Georgia.
I'm not necessarily saying who's going to be first or last.
No, I
just-
know, but if you're right. Okay,
I'm
so
thinking of recent
in no
history,
particular order,
Kirby's done a great job, and I think they're a lot.
Georgia.
There could be a little uncertainty with
Texas.
Arch. There's a lot of pressure on Arch. That being said, I think they're too good. not to
Alabama.
make it.
Bama.
Texas.
At least.
I don't think
I'm skeptical on the board, but
I am too, but like I do think Bama gets it done. But my point to bring this up here is that with
It
just
depends on
those
schedule for
with
me,
just
for
those
me.
3 teams, you're leaving LSU out.
I know. Yeah,
Who has a
I would-
Heisman front runner, who is perennially a top 10 ranked team. They're
I like
currently ranked
LSU.
in-
And
over Bama.
LSU is one of my
I would
picks to
go
possibly
LSU
get in.
before Bama, but
It's a good question.
It comes down to scheduling for me between those two.
Yeah, it's a good question. And then in the ACC, you got Clemson and Miami. It's a 2-man race, like we talked
I
about.
really think only Clemson gets out of it. I don't even think Miami makes it, but
I
you know.
don't think you should underestimate Miami, though. They've picked
The
up
U.
a lot of good players. Again, they got a new quarterback in Carson
The
back.
7th floor or the 5th floor.
Yeah, good
I
coach.
wasn't high in Beck at Georgia. He definitely let down certain.
You're right.
You might not have been
expectations.
high on them, but they are definitely high. Okay, so
They're also racing their car.
Darn right, but
we'll
I
bring
just
that
don't
up.
think he's. I don't think he'll be that electric at Miami.
So
but he
what
is
I'm-
facing and he's your schedule, so we'll have to see.
What I'm trying to get to here is we've picked 3 teams to make the playoffs, right? So far in SEC. Then we have Clemson going. That's 4. Big Ten. This is another one similar to the SEC where
OSU.
there's going to be some teams here.
Oregon.
I think OSU. I don't think Oregon makes it this year.
no,
don't think
I
so.
think
No, I think it's between. I think it's OSU and I think it's Penn State.
Penn State.
I think those are the 2 that make it.
those are the 2 for sure that I'd agree on.
Please, Illinois. If Illinois wins 11 games, I think they do it. I think it's too daunting for them, though.
I don't. I mean, yeah, if they get to
Ill-
11 wins, I can't argue it. But I don't think they get to 11
or,
wins.
Or if they beat Ohio State. I think they could be allowed an
Where do
extra
we?
loss
well,
if
hold
they
on.
beat Ohio State. They
I
won't.
feel like we're kind of forgetting one. Where do we put Tennessee at? Because that's
Tennessee's
SEC,
not.
right?
Yeah, but they're not going to make it.
We'll see.
Tennessee's ranked like 24th. I want to say 20th.
All it takes is a few
I
losses.
don't know how many guys they've lost from last year. And I don't know, again, I don't know their schedule. That's kind
Yeah.
of the 2 things I'm focusing right now
Okay.
on.
That's true. But
I could throw them a hat in the ring, but
yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. And then you got kind of the, I don't want to say the at-larges here, but you got like some of the other smaller conferences, but like Big 12, right? Not what they used to be, but you got Iowa State, you got ASU, you got Utah.
Iowa State already got 1 win in conference.
I do think Iowa State is
Iowa
going to be a
State's
good
sneaky
team
good.
this year.
They're gonna be sneaky
I
good.
could not agree more with
Are
that.
already kind of proving it.
Which
so.
which means the winner of that conference, whether it's ISU, ASU, or I could even see Utah doing it in that conference, is going to be that 7th team coming.
I
out.
think it's gonna be Iowa State.
So
We have 5 teams remaining in the entire nation that can make the playoffs now. Do you put Boise State in there? I think you have to.
I think you at this point you might have to have 4.
Unless they...
You might have to
Can we
have
get a score check on Boise State real quick?
Boise State's out already.
Yeah, so
they're
they
down
might be
24-7.
done. They might be done.
That 1 loss is gonna.
34-7, yeah.
They're done.
Yeah,
They're out.
so it's like, to me, the door is wide open. This is kind of the point I wanted to get at this year, is the door is wide open. There's a lot of good teams out there that could make
you
it.
could think of SMU.
This is true.
toss that hat in the ring.
They've taken a step back from last year, but
SMU/Georgia
yeah, I could
Tech.
see that. Georgia Tech, I could see as like a surprise dog, but like now we're getting into the realm of like I
think you
think
gotta
Miami
include-
makes it.
Well, but you also have to throw in terms of the current
throw
top
in
25.
Miami. Throw in Miami. I'm not
also have
high
to-
on them, but I'm gonna trust you more than my knowledge.
I think you have to throw them into
you
it.
gotta
You
include
will
them.
then by that logic you have to throw Arizona State. I mean they're
Yeah,
11
but that
right
one,
now.
yeah, I know, but like Arizona State, I already
feel
had
like-
as like
I
the
feel
Big
like
12
only,
candidate.
I think
It's
Got
there's
it.
only one
Okay.
Big 12 team that's gonna come out of it, and
It's
I like,
well, yeah, I
like
agree.
Iowa State
I agree.
more, but
It's-
it's
it's
also kind of based off of what
who
we've
wins the
already
championship.
seen.
It's
And,
it's
yeah,
who wins the championship, and I do think that it's going to come down to
Iowa State.
To me, it's going to be Iowa State. It's going to be ISU versus ASU, and again, I think ASU is probably the better team. They do have a Heisman candidate as quarterback over there. Blanking on his name here. Sam, leave it. I do think he's a really good quarterback. Yep. I don't know why I didn't remember that name. At any rate, I think ASU gets it done out of the Big 12. Iowa State, though, I think is a great competitor. Are they a good enough team to get an at-large bid? I don't know. Just as a reminder.
Yeah, without winning conference, absolutely not.
I know, and
Sure.
just as a
There's too
reminder for everybody listening, and I don't know how like in tune you guys are, the top 4 the top 4 seeds, I should say, get a first-round bye.
Yep.
It is the top 5 bids for the conference championships. So the top 5 conference championships get automatic bids. From there, it's at large. right?
Okay.
But it's usually and always based on the next top, 7 seeds.
I get you.
So how many we got? I think you got to include LSU and Bama at this
Yep,
point.
we're
I think you
leaving.
gotta-
We're leaving a key one out though. Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, they're in.
Well, yeah.
They're in.
They're in
They
because
got
they don't
in
have a
last
conference.
year while losing to Northern Illinois.
They don't have a conference. So, but either way, they're going to be in. So again, there is 5 teams out here that we got to kind of figure out and sort out throughout the year. But I think we discussed like 7 teams here that are, to me, almost shoe-ins to make it. There's a couple of toss-ins. There's a couple of people. There's a couple of teams that I wouldn't necessarily count out, but I'm not going to put them in right away. But that is where I think LSU makes it. Like, I think LSU kind of makes it.
LSU and Bama have to.
Yep.
I imagine.
Yep.
I think that's kind of a good turning point, just kind of capitalize and finish off on some of the bets here. You actually mentioned a team that I have written down. I picked 3 Saturday games. All 3, I shouldn't say opponents, my mind's blanking right now. All 3 matchups do not consist of a top 25 team.
Okay.
So my first game that I have on here, I don't know if it's the first game in order of time, but first game, Mississippi State, Southern Mississippi. I'm taking the line. It was when I wrote this on Monday, 11.5
I'm
Mississippi
taking State.
I agree. It is now 13.5. It's moving heavier into that area.
Yeah.
But in their last 4 matchups, they're 3-1 against the spread in that matchup. So I'm taking that one minus
State's also
105.
picked up a lot of macho over the last couple of years here. They're
Right.
looking like a good team.
Absolutely. Game number 2, Temple at UMass. I am taking Temple's money line. Temple's
That
money
one's
line
a close spread. Isn't
was
it? It's like 4.5 or 3.5.
no,
You'd
it's
have to write it down
no, I didn't. I mean, I can pull it up,
on the
but
list you were not given. See?
I'll never
Nah,
get
nah,
one.
nah,
I'll never
even
get one.
though I'm targeting it.
That's one. No,
How
I
dare you.
need a list so bad.
how dare you.
Give me a printout, dude. Can I have your printout?
Here, you can have it for the very last matchup.
Look, this is perfect. I can read this.
Can I have a list?
Crap.
He needs one. I don't actually need this.
Okay,
Good pick.
so
though.
the spread's 2.5.
You had it on here.
He had the money line, not the spread.
Oh.
Yeah, and then my
I know. I was gonna say it's a close
Okay.
spread.
Well, yeah, so anyway, in their last in all 3 of their last matchups in the last 10 years
UMass
here,
is favorite, right?
no Temple's
Temple
favorite.
is.
Okay.
Temple's money line on Monday was minus 135. It is now moved to 125
They're playing at UMass, aren't they?
at UMass.
Okay, I trust you because I haven't paid too much attention to the line here, but I
Sure.
like that.
And then my third pick here is Utah at UCLA. I'm taking the under 51.5.
Give me Utah.
I would agree with that. That's my pivot. If you don't like the under, I know it's only 6-4 in their last 10 matchups, but it's a regular division matchup.
Yep.
So
I think Utah's underrated this year too.
if you want to pivot off of that, because right now the I think it was minus 110 at 51.5, but their money line is around 200 to win there. So that would give you less odds if you put that in a parlay. It could be a good parlay leg though.
Utah's money line, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, DraftKings does have a I think it's if one leg loses, you win however much. Mine was a $5.
Ads right now.
So I'm not. I'm just saying I already have locked in those 3 picks as my parlay for plus 500. So $5 bet. If one of those loses, I get it back. No big deal.
No big deal.
But I'm kind of riding that. I think those are good.
What do you get if you
am
win?
a fan.
$5 will pull about 33 and some change. So
Nice.
yeah, nothing bad. I'm not going to put more than what I'm going to get back if someone loses. So
Yeah, fair.
I'm a fan, dude. I am a fan.
And that's just what I've looked at in the quickness of it. I was telling Nate when you were in the bathroom, I kind of can't wait to either tonight, tomorrow, while I'm at work and be
I
in
know,
a
really,
bum.
really sit down and check the spread.
Yeah,
I
and
couldn't
look
agree
through
more
things,
with you.
so.
I couldn't agree more with you. Like I said, we talked to the big ticket ones. I think we went through kind of like the conference winners, Heisman's. Talked a little bit about UNC. I totally forgot that the Badgers were playing tonight, which is what I'm pulling up right now to check
All
that
good.
game out.
But no.
14-0.
But with that,
I'm just kidding.
because I know you want to close out. I want to close out too. We're running on damn near 3 hours at this point now. We spent a lot of time. We might not be, but it feels like it.
We're getting close to capping on 2, though.
Yeah.
But
So with that, I will close out with one of the most impactful college storylines of the year that we have yet to talk about, that nobody's bringing up. Army is selling alcohol at their stadium finally.
huh?
Oh.
I didn't know that was
Army
a
The
thing.
U.S. Army.
Army selling alcohol
Yep.
before GTA 6.
Yep.
Come on.
I
I
didn't know
had
that was
to
a
bring
thing
it up.
before
Yep.
or after. So
A lot of colleges don't, but it's just something about. It's a snooze fest. It's a snooze
I
fest.
don't care.
I do.
Okay, go
It's
on.
the U.S. Army. They never sell alcohol. Nobody sells alcohol in college, but like,
electric.
it's just nice. They're allowing alcohol. I had to bring it up.
Well, I know there's Army. I know there's Air Force. Do the Marines have one, like a team, or is that just Army? Because you would think.
No, it's Army, Navy, Air Force.
Got it. So I guess we just tossed Marines into the
Yeah.
Army. So good on them for offering beer.
No.
What? No, I'm just.
You just wow.
I'm not trying to offend people. I
Set
just
'em
don't know.
up.
I just don't know where that branch gets their football team. Is
No,
all
it's-
I'm saying. But
The service academies, as far as football is concerned, are those.
Department of the Navy.
Yeah.
okay, so then the Navy. Okay, so good. So I'm glad we got the report then that Army's giving out beer. Hopefully the Navy is selling crayons. That's all I'm gonna say.
Few the prod of the Marines. Come on, man.
Amen.
Unbelievable.
No, like I said, it was a nothing burger, but I wanted to bring it up nonetheless. It was
All right. Well, good.
storyline.
Well, got it. Yeah. Appreciate our peanut gallery.
When is this coming out?
When's what?
When is this show coming out?
Hopefully next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Well,
Okay.
I should 1 week from when we're recording here. So,
So by that time, we'll know if these picks go off. What I would ask doesn't have to be for college. I'd rather probably do it for NFL just because there's fewer games, more of a chance to track it. We've got to keep our records. We've got to keep our season records. Who's going to end up with the best betting record? You know what I mean? Like pick 'em,
know.
wreck 'ems type of deal. Like I'd just love to know. Like each one of us goes through. We give our 1 or 2 pick 'ems a week.
yeah, dude.
Keep
Yeah.
track of
I'm
it.
And
getting
that's-
cooked because I don't really get involved in betting.
Well, and that's
But
okay.
I will.
Well, here's the
You
thing.
don't
Nate.
even need to put
Here's
the
the
money
thing.
down.
No,
you just got to do some research, see who's going to win.
And in terms of how I do
enough.
it, because I mean, you can go back and forth. I mean, I'm not necessarily much of a line better for the NFL. I love me some player props. So if you see something like that and you're looking into it, I mean, by all means, throw out some stuff because that you could toss that into a pick 'em too.
You know,
So
screw
Oh.
it.
He
I'm-
loves player props because he also has their player cards.
I'll be the guy.
yeah.
2 a week, random wheel, random conference,
Oh.
random matchups.
Uniforms,
Screw it.
jerseys,
Oh.
perfect.
Screw it.
Love
so
him.
I'm the chaos guy.
He's also gonna win with the best record, guaranteed. That's how this goes.
Not with.
We will.
That's how this goes.
I'm doing all conferences though. So
I get it.
Oh,
so
dude.
if I land
Somehow
on
you're gonna
the-
do better than people that are actually thinking this through.
We can. I think the best part
No
about what we
way.
kind of recap for football or college football right now is maybe next week, like you said, we'll already know the outcomes.
Yes, true.
Where we were right, where we were wrong, but we can.
Mainly wrong.
Hey, I mean, you know, most ESPN analysts are 90% wrong. So as long as we're like 75%, we're golden.
We're good. We're good.
I'm
You
just
heard
saying-
it here
Hey,
as per Ballboys.
LeBron.
True.
Whatever the
As
Colin
per
Cowherd
Ballboys.
quote- whatever the Colin
Yeah.
Cowherd
Well,
quote is.
Without further ado, maybe I'll try to clip some of those picks so we can put them out earlier,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
try to get those closer. But
Really quick for the people. When's the next stream?
TBD soon, very soon.
Just curious, but like make sure I'm informed.
John,
Because
John
like,
Yes.
Spawns needs
I would like to
know.
watch
I
it.
would, I would
Oh,
like
somebody.
I would actually like us all to be in the same room.
But I never get invited to those kind of things. You guys don't invite me. Like I
You,
don't put
you
in
were
sheets.
packing, to be fair.
Well, I
Allegedly.
wasn't. I wasn't packing. That was the beauty of it. I wasn't packing. I only packed after that.
Yeah.
And hey,
But he made it.
I didn't forget nothing. I may have had to wear clothes several times over, but didn't
Hopefully,
forget nothing.
hopefully,
Honestly,
hopefully he also packed 40 pairs of underwear. because-
Yeah, I was there for 7 days. I packed 37 and a half pairs of underwear.
That's all
and a
that
half?
matters.
Yeah, my dog chewed one of them up,
yeah.
but
All right.
Classic.
didn't do any pooping.
Well, that we know of. We weren't there. Can't confirm it.
I would never tell a soul.
Well, anyway.
All right.
Well, perfect. Well, I guess that sums up episode 8 here. So enjoy week 1. We finished week 0. Enjoy. I hope this is out. Actually, this should be out on hopefully before opening kickoff for week 1 for NFL.
With that, if it is out beforehand, I would just ask people, who's winning game 1? Cowboys, Eagles. It's got to be Eagles, but with the spread, I'm curious to know.
And now that there's the move of Micah, please
What does
let
it
us
do?
know
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
where you're taking it. Are you taking the spread now that it's kind of heavier?
Is the Bears season over already?
Do they go 0-17?
Things of this nature.
That would be hard.
Yeah. Or,
If
Will
there's a team
I-
that does it, it's the Saints.
Yeah, it's true.
I kind of hope Tyler Show gets some starts. We'll see.
We'll see. Hey, here's to a great college football season, boys. I know.
Amen.
Here's
I
to a
know.
good football season.
Amen. I know I had to convince you on college football. Maybe you were already watching.
really
but
have
I
to
feel like
convince me.
last year I really forced your hand into like, let's start watching this.
Well,
Big
yeah,
time.
and it's funny, and I don't know if you remember this because you
Nate,
sat
you're
there.
next up. That's my phone.
It's all right. Well, you sat there and we must have been at some bar, but you were like, Brandon,
You got to.
I need you because I know as soon as you're not even
know.
not even that you watch, but you're going to start doing the research.
I know.
And 48 hours later, we're on the phone.
I mobilized him.
He did, yeah. He called in. He called in the cavalry
I
because
mobilized
he's sitting there.
him.
We're talking about picks, and he goes, "What do you got?" And I'm looking at it, and I go, "Well, bud, I think Stanford covers the spread." And we're talking about it, and he goes, "You're back in the nerds." And we talk about it, and he goes, "Wait a minute,
He's right.
that's actually a really good pick."
He's my AWMD.
All right.
My autistic weapon of mass destruction.
Well, I'm not clinically diagnosed.
I just say, hey, there's numbers out there. Go look at them. Oh, I've got them all,
No,
boys.
He's really serving the Asperger's.
Yeah, and the one thing I never get, though, out of it is a damn sheet. I will never get a stat sheet.
The more,
It's not even a stat
the
sheet.
more you know ball, the more you're on the spectrum.
Yeah, you can look. It's
Do
not
you
even.
see the stats on here? What is this?
That's.
I
But
like-
that's
There's
not.
stats.
I'd like to point out, when you point this out,
No, look at that
90% of this is Brandon.
And 85% of it is wrong.
Anyway.
I don't know if I go that far.
Well,
but-
No, it's not.
You know, I'll
I
edit
have
that
to
out.
say it.
I'll edit that out because
Leave it. Hey,
Yeah.
at any rate, let's have a great season, boys. Let's win some games.
Let's go. OSU 0-12, please. It won't happen.
I think...
but-
So
Actually, no, 1-11. Win week 1. Because I
Ooh.
took you to win.
I don't mean to continue this even further, but when are we recording, Max? Is it going to be Monday after football week, or because we got a game?
we do. If not, you know what? We'll talk about that.
I think
Let's
we should
recap.
do Tuesday because I will probably
Do
be at my
Tuesdays,
dad's
man.
watching.
I know.
Mondays.
Just do Tuesdays.
No, I know for sure.
I can do
Tuesday's probably
Tuesdays.
best.
Just do
Well, no,
Tuesdays.
we'll just like you said because at least Tuesday we can recap the entire
Everything,
week.
yeah, I
of-
agree.
Yes,
Just
and
do
then
Tuesdays.
talk about
So-
moving on.
Lock it in.
Are we meeting Thursday of next week?
That we can definitely talk about here.
Yeah. We'll discuss more, but I want to say let's have a great week one.
In
if we're not,
terms of
talking to you guys
Papa
before.
John's, stay tuned.